Good morning, baseball fans, and welcome to Bert Lacoste Park for game number 13 of the 2026 22 and under National Championships. This game features the visiting team, the Windsor Selects, and the home team, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Here are the umpires for today's game. Behind the plate is Mike Doucette. On the bases, Eldon Dunseth and Trevor Sharp. Here's the starting lineup for the Windsor Selects. Batting first, the second baseman, number 1, Cohen Merritt. Batting second, the center fielder, number 28, Ryan Lee. Batting third, the right fielder, number 77, Nash Kruger. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 22, Lucas LaPriest. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 11, Sawyer Pace. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 12.
Welcome to Bert Lacoste Park. It is moving day here at the 22U Canadian Championships. We have a great day of baseball lined up for you here. Our opener here at Lacoste will feature the Dartmouth Renegades of Nova Scotia taking on the Windsor Selects here in the province of Ontario. Big game today for both teams. Dartmouth trying to find their way into a medal game with a win today, with the Windsor Selects currently sitting at 3-1. And pretty much control their own destiny in this one, as with a win, they would find their way into the gold medal game. Should be a great day of baseball here at the park. Nice one here as we start to have a nice crowd filter in. We will throw it back up to the boys in the booth with Brett Hedges and Ted Beal.
Thank you very much, Dan. Everybody, welcome to the 2026 U22 Canadian Baseball Championships from Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. I am Brett Hedges alongside Ted Beal. And Ted, through 2 days of intense baseball action, I think it's fair to say that the fans got their money's worth. We've seen a number of walk-offs, including 2 yesterday at this park, and it capped off with some fantastic action between Windsor and Tecumseh last night. Now, these numbers are the big indicator of what's going on today. So Manitoba and Windsor at 3-1, Ted. Halifax, Tecumseh at 2-2, Sarnia and Dartmouth at 1-3 after 2 days.
Yeah, and Brett and Dan did a great job of introing this in this situation. Manitoba and Windsor both can find themselves in the final if they're able to get a win today, and they will not be able to be caught at that point. It gets a little muddy after that if we have some losses by either of those two teams. As with the qualifier here, you need to be top two. There's no semifinal to get to the final tomorrow, 4 o'clock. So it's control your destiny with a win. It'll be decided on the field as it always is. But there are some teams on the outside looking in. If they want to get access, they're going to need a little bit of help today.
For sure, and one of those teams that are looking to maybe play the spoiler role is the Windsor Selects opponents today, the Dartmouth Nova Scotia champions. They're 1-3, but they were able to knock off Manitoba at the beginning of the day yesterday, and that's a huge and that was a big upset in itself there. What do they have to do to maybe lock in and take a win over the Windsor Selects here today?
Well, the Selects are characterized by great pitching, and obviously they've got pretty great defense too behind them. So they're going to have to hit the ball, and if Dartmouth can do that, they can force the Selects into a situation where they might have to spend some more pitching, and obviously could make this game more interesting down the stretch.
For sure. Last game that Dartmouth played yesterday ended up in a mercy to Sarnia. In the 6th inning, they kind of just got away from them. What do you think the message is from the coaching staff to kind of wipe your memory and put your better foot forward here today?
Yeah, and I'm sure that the first thing they said was, let's wipe that out. Let's just forget that because we're a better team than that game last night. And I think they'll be probably more poised, both with their pitching rotation today and at this point, a renewed energy too. They got a little bit extra rest last night, playing an afternoon game, and obviously they're going to be a little bit extra rest this morning too. So energy is going to be big today on moving day, as Dan mentioned, and this is an important matchup. Every game here at the National Championships is important, but this one specifically, as the Selects are looking to find their way into the final.
We're just a few moments from our teams taking the field. Let's go over the starting defense for the Dartmouth Renegades baseball team. The starting pitcher today is Adam Crocker. More on him later on as we discuss the batting order. Crocker from Bedford, Nova Scotia, left-handed pitcher, 21 years old. The catcher today is Chris DeCoste. First baseman is Mitch Doucette. At second base is Nick Murray. At shortstop is Noah McIntosh. And at third base is Jake Trask. In the outfield from left to right is Carter Higgins, Webb, and then Benito Bonilla in right field there. So a lot of athleticism on this Dartmouth team. They're 1-3, trying to increase their standing going into tomorrow. Here's the Windsor Selects starting lineup, starting off with Cohen Merritt, the second baseman. Ryan Lee, the center fielder, bats second. Nash Dredger, the right fielder, bats third. Lucas Laprise is the designated hitter, batting fourth. Sawyer Pace, a great athlete at shortstop, batting fifth. Sam Shepard, the left fielder, batting sixth. Brady Campbell, third baseman, batting seventh. Kanan Gale, the first baseman, batting eighth. And the catcher, Noah DeMaio, catching ninth. The starting pitcher for the Windsor Selects today is going to be Jack Thiessen, the 20-year-old from Leamington. Here is our starter for the Dartmouth Renegades. This is Adam Crocker, big left-handed pitcher, and he will also serve as the leadoff hitter for Dartmouth today via the Otani rule. So, Ted, can you explain that to us a little bit before we see it at the bottom half of this inning?
Yeah, so things have changed a little bit in baseball as it relates to how they treat the pitcher who is also going to bat. And so by listing Crocker as the DH in the lineup, it'll allow for when there's a pitching change, he can now remain in the lineup as a position player, as the DH, and remain, because he's a tremendous athlete and they want to keep his bat in the lineup. So they'll have that option moving forward, and then obviously when the new pitcher comes in, they will not be saddled with having taken that bat necessarily. So as we see that unfold, I'm sure Crocker will put in a great effort here and probably remain in the game for as long as possible. But he is a product, as you mentioned, of Bedford, Nova Scotia, and actually lists some time in Windsor, Nova Scotia.
Okay.
Which with his bio, as it's included on the Springfield College, where he has been playing in Springfield, Massachusetts. So he is an experienced player, as are many of these young men with a lot of experience, both either in Canada or at U.S. colleges and universities. And looking forward to see the left-hander against this vaunted Selects lineup, who played a dandy of a ball game against host Tecumseh and narrowly got by the Thunder by a score of 3-2. And it was a tremendous showcase of both abilities on both sides of the diamond, offense, defense, and certainly pitching was sterling. So yes, we'll see how the Selects look after that, what would be a very emotional game, and we'll see if there's any energy lapse today from the Selects lineup. But I don't anticipate that, because they are a very good club, and as the defending champions, they have a lot to say about this championship, I'm sure.
The second baseman, number 1.
I've heard it was called a marquee community event here last night between Windsor and Tecumseh. Now we've got the Dartmouth Renegades taking on the Windsor Selects on moving day at the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships on We Digital. Thanks for joining us. Here's our opening pitch from Adam Crocker. Ball's hit foul down the first base line. So Cohen Merritt is the leadoff hitter, playing second base for the Windsor Selects, wearing jersey number 1. Right-handed hitter.
Merritt has been at Tri-C, or Cuyahoga Community College in Ohio. He's been an outstanding player there and an everyday player in that lineup.
Shot into the right center gap. That's going to fall for a long single. It's going to push it for 2, and a stand-up double to start the game for Cohen Merritt. As the Windsor Selects look to cement their place in the gold medal game tomorrow. Win would do that today.
Ryan
Merritt
Lee.
is a great combination of being able to hit the ball to all fields, and then he has pushed the ball off the right field fence here at Lacoste Park a couple times this week. And he has a great ability to get around the bases too. Fantastic speed. And he's done his time over in junior college in the States. He's actually going to be enrolling at St. Clair College and participating here at Lacoste Park with the Saints starting this fall.
From one great athlete to another, here's Ryan Lee, the center fielder, left-handed batter. Man on second, no out, top of the first. Pass ball. We'll see Merritt take third base. Not an ideal start for the Dartmouth Renegades, just a couple pitches in.
Yeah, we'll have to kind of bear down. It's likely at this point, with Merritt standing on third and nobody out, and the heart of the lineup with the Selects, that Merritt will score. So at this point, you want to see if you can just hold them down.
Ball outside. The left-handed pitcher. That sweeping motion. Finds the outside of the plate. 2-0.
Good hitters count for Lee.
And he looks for a shot, and that's going to be straight center field. That's going to be caught, but it's deep enough for Merritt to score. Windsor Select strike first. Ryan Lee with the sac fly, and it's the opening run of the game.
A good baseball by Lee.
Right fielder, number 77, Nash
Deep
Drieger.
enough fly ball to score Merritt from third. Stays with the pitch. Gets a good barrel on it. Really no chance for the center fielder Webb to make a play at the plate. He was just returning the ball to the infield.
First pitch to Nash Dredger is fouled back to the screen. The right fielder, wearing number 77, right-handed batter.
77 looks like a pickup number for Dreger. As all the good numbers are usually taken up by the everyday guys. Dreger's from Bell River.
19.
Likely he's not a pickup. Maybe he just likes the number 77.
Yeah. Big Ray Bork guy.
Yeah, he's probably in very, very low company as it relates to the number 77. I'm sure there wasn't a couple takers for it.
1-1. Swing and a miss for Dredger. Crocker working out of the stretch. Pardon me, the wind up. Ball low. Even the count at 2-2.
Dreger also a Cuyahoga Community College player. He just completed 1 year. Actually batted .305 with 9 home runs this past spring.
Here's a shot to left field. Left fielder is tracking it and catching that. Making the out is Carter Higgins. Saw it all the way. Didn't have to go off his path too much, but a good backtrack for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Lucas Laprise, the designated hitter, number 22. And with the starting left-handed pitcher, I'm assuming that you'll see a lot of right-handed batters for the Windsor Selects. And that is a pitch that hits Laprise, and he will take first base. 1-0 Windsor. 2 outs, and now a man on first. That'll bring up the shortstop, Sawyer Pace, to the plate.
Number 11, Sawyer Pace.
Laprise is a very tough young man. He's put in some time in the junior hockey circuits, both with the Legionnaires of Sarnia and the Strathroy Rockets.
Ball outside. 1-0 on pace.
Laprise is from Wallaceburg, Ontario. And a very sturdy 5'11", 180.
Some solid stats in junior B hockey there. 18 goals 2 years ago.
He looks like he can fill the net. And does a good job behind the plate, too, for the Selects.
Strike right down the middle for Crocker. Make it 1-1. Conservative lead at first as Crocker checks the runner. And he plunks another batter. Sawyer Pace takes it off the right thigh. And he will advance to first base. Man on first and second now as Sam Shepard steps to the plate. And I've been told that that's the fourth time that Sawyer Pace has been hit by pitch
12,
so far in the
Sam
national championship.
Shepard.
So
Great job by our We Digital staff behind the scenes with that stat. And Sawyer's probably not too happy about that stat. But
it's like the Logan Buntrock stat where he's had so many check swings appealed for strikes. In just yesterday alone, I think he had 3 or 4, right? That's so funny.
Pace with a couple of years in junior college in the States.
Strike on the outside corner.
In addition to a year at Tusculum and Bellarmine in the NCAA. So he's used up his 4 years of eligibility wisely, and almost a 300 career hitter in his last 2 years stateside.
The 0-1. 2 men on, 2 out. Top of the first. That is fouled right back into the catcher's mask, and that rattles Chris DeCoste.
Umpire wisely giving him some extra time, going to talk with Crocker about not much anything else other than giving DeCoste some time. Coaching staff from Dartmouth going to get some water for, as we mentioned, one of the youngest players in the tournament, DeCoste from Truro. He's a 2008 born, so he makes him one of the younger.
Might not even be 18 yet.
He's a late year born.
Yeah, he's still 17 years old.
Yeah. So he's been brought up to help this Dartmouth, and again, great trust with that program to have a young man. He's obviously got a lot of talent and a lot of years ahead of him, so it looks like he's going to be okay and shake out the cobwebs, but we're obviously going to monitor this because in our new age of concussion knowledge,
yes,
there's no precaution we shouldn't take as it relates to the human brain.
There is one other catcher listed on the roster. That's Ryan McDonald, number 16. So we'll see how that develops. At the meantime, men on first and second. Shepard at the plate. Shepard takes the offering. It's gathered at third base and put out for the third out of the inning by the third baseman, Jake Trask. Windsor gets the opening run on a sacrifice fly from Ryan Lee to score Cohen Merritt, and the Windsor Slugs take a 1-0 lead. As we see a replay of that last ground ball out there.
For Windsor in the top of the first, 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left.
And now we'll see, of course, we're at 1-0 here at Lacoste Park. We'll get our starting lineup for the Dartmouth Renegades in just a second. Here's our starting defense for Windsor. Jack Thiessen is our starting pitcher today, the Leamington 20-year-old, the right-handed pitcher. Behind the plate is Noah DeMaio, catcher. At first base is Kanan Gale. At second base is Cohen Merritt. Sawyer Pace at shortstop, and Brady Campbell at third. In the outfield, we've got Sam Shepard in left, Ryan Lee in center, and Nash Dredger in right field there. That is for the Windsor Selects today. Thiessen warming up. Good pop on that glove.
He's a big right-hander, and he actually has played the last 3 years at Brock University in St. Catharines. Selects have been relying on his abilities on the mound for a number of years, and I'm sure he'll have a great outing today.
Starting lineup for the Dartmouth Renegades. Well, we had talked about it a little bit earlier. The DH and the starting pitcher is going to be Adam Crocker. Shortstop, Noah McIntosh will bat second. The first baseman, Mitch Doucette, will bat third. Benito Bonilla will bat cleanup. The left fielder, Carter Higgins, will bat fifth. The the second baseman, Nick Murray,
Leading
will
off the bottom of
bat
the first for
sixth.
Dartmouth, Nova
Jake
Scotia.
Trask, the third baseman, will bat
Designated
seventh. Nathan
hitter
Webb,
number
center fielder, bats
27.
eighth. And Chris DeCoste, the catcher, batting ninth. So Jack Thiessen takes the mound as Windsor holds a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Thanks for joining us on We Digital. And that ball is low as Crocker goes from the mound to the batter's box.
So difficult to reset as a pitcher, even a catcher actually, for those at-bats at the plate.
Fouled back to the screen. 1-1.
See, Crocker's a great athlete and maybe be used to this situation, but ultimately, we put the glove and the hat down, put the thoughts out of the mind of being on the mound, and now you got to be an offensive player.
The 1-1. Check swing, foul ball. Bring the count to 1-2.
Lots of sun today at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh.
Gorgeous. Been fantastic all weekend. We've been very blessed with the weather this weekend. It's been hot, but it's been very good. That ball is punched out to right field as Crocker takes the pitch and sends it the other way for a single, and the Dartmouth Renegades are on the board here. Goes to show why he's so important to have in the batting lineup.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. He actually just fisted that one into right field. Even though he was a little bit late, he found a hole and found some
Shortstop
grass.
number 6.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little bit on the hands there.
McIntosh.
Noah McIntosh, the shortstop, with man on first. Takes a ball inside. Bell tie. With the man on, Thiessen checks the runner. The 1-0. Ball outside. Short lead at first for Crocker. Count is 2-0. Thiessen. Ball high inside, 3-0 on McIntosh.
Defense from the selects pretty straight up on McIntosh. Going to pinch the middle up with the shortstop second base for a double play opportunity.
3-0. McIntosh takes strike inside. 3-1. Crocker leans back to first. Thiessen pumps. Ball outside, and he walked him. So 2-minute board now for the Renegades as McIntosh walks. That'll bring up Mitch Doucette to the plate. No outs here, bottom of the first.
First baseman number 92, Mitch Doucette.
So another left-handed batter here.
One of the players on this roster, Dartmouth, is part of the Sussex Skylanders.
That's a sweet name.
They're out of Newton, New Jersey. The junior college ranks.
What was the team you were talking about last night? The Western College one, something out west. I couldn't
Energy
believe it.
City Cactus Cats.
Cactus Cats, that was it.
Does it get any finer?
Outside. Thiessen having a little bit of trouble finding the plate early on here. And now with runners in scoring position.
Energy City, we're learning now that is Edmonton.
Edmonton, yes. Ooh, big cut. for Doucette. Swing and a miss for strike one. Brings the count to 2-1.
To be more specific, in the Edmonton area, it's Spruce Grove, Alberta, part of the Western Canadian Baseball League.
Ball well outside for Thiessen. Brings the count to 3-1. So Doucette. Hitters count here. Fouled back for Doucette. Was looking to rip that one.
Yeah, he may have tweaked himself on that swing. He was swinging very aggressively. Went a bit of a walkabout for number 92. Umpire's going to grant him a little extra time to get himself reset for this 3-2 pitch, payoff pitch.
With no outs, 2 men on. Count is full for Doucette. Thiessen pumps and lost him. Walked him on the full count. That loads the bases. And we'll have a players conference here. No action from the Selects dugout in terms of a mound visit. So just players going to talk to each other here. No panic from the Windsor Selects.
Right fielder number 13.
No one even thinking about going to the dugout.
Bonilla.
And you like to see that from your infield when your pitcher's having a little bit of trouble. You know, pick them up a little bit, set the pause button,
Yeah,
have a quick word,
that support means
go over
a
defensive
lot.
assignments
100%.
going forward. Ball outside, and he hits him on the first pitch. Benito Bonilla will take first base, and the run will score via hit batsman.
That conference did not help Thiessen, obviously. I don't know what they talked about, but I'm sure the instruction was not to hit the guy on the first pitch. We didn't get to talk about Bonilla. He's actually a player out of Vernon College, Vernon, Texas. And would you believe that their nicknames are the Chaparrals?
The Chaparrals, yes.
The Chaparrals.
So Bonilla gets hit. It looked like he wanted to throw a breaking pitch, and it didn't break.
Yeah, I just lost the command on that breaking pitch, and unfortunate.
So that will draw the score even at 1-1 with
Left
bases
fielder number
loaded.
4,
No outs here in the bottom of the
Carter
first.
Higgins.
Windsor Selects looking to get themselves out of a jam. So double plays everywhere. And here is Carter Higgins at the plate. Swing and a miss.
I'm just learning this, that chaparrals mean a shrubland plant community or ecosystem, which is
There
an
we
interesting nickname for a sports college. But hey, what do I know?
Must have been a nickname. There's a shot in the right center field. Chasing it is going to go off the wall midway up the 345 marker. Going to be a stand-up double. 2 guys are going to score, and the third player, Bonilla, is going to hold up at third. That is a 2 RBI double for Carter Higgins off the wall in right field, and he crushed this ball, Ted.
Well, he made no mistake on this one. We talked about it. Dartmouth was going to have to bring their bats today, and they're proving it here with the bases loaded, drilling it off the mid part of that right center field fence here at Lacoste. Easily scoring 2 and almost had a bid to get Bonilla in, but good relay by the Selects to ensure only 2
Second
runs
baseman number
crossed.
42.
Higgins is actually a player
Nick
at the University of
Murray.
Southern Maine, so he knows his way around the diamond.
So Dartmouth takes a 3-1 lead here, bottom of the first. At bat now, the second baseman, number 42, Nick Murray,
Go to Cole Harbor.
with men on second and third. No outs still here. And it's a big rip there, fouled off the leg.
Murray, as we mentioned before, plays out of university ranks with Dalhousie, right in Dartmouth.
After the foul ball, the count is 1-1 for Nick Murray. Dartmouth up 3-1 here on Windsor at the bottom of the first. Ball inside, 2-1.
Full house infield. All the selects are on the grass. Don't want to concede any more runs at this point, even though it's early in the game.
That pitch is fouled back into the parking lot.
So if Thiessen can induce a ground ball to one of his infielders, then they'll be in position to cut down the runner and or hold the runners at second and third.
Sharp swing, fouled back toward the Dartmouth dugout.
And Murray not trying to punch anything anywhere. He's not going to be cheated on his swings. He obviously has the advantage with the infielders pulled in. Anything that's hit sharply could get by the infielders more easily, but anything that's just going to get to the outfield grass in the air is going to land safely because the infielders won't be in position to backtrack to that spot as normal.
I thought that we might see a bunt early on in this at-bat to try and just push Bonilla. But with 0 outs, the playbook's wide open.
No doubt.
Ball high, 3-1.
Thiessen already above 23 pitches.
Full count. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Jack Thiessen.
An important strikeout. Give himself some breathing room here.
Third baseman
So
number
1 out
14,
here,
49,
2 men on.
Jake Trask.
Stepping into the batter's box, number 49, Jake Trask, the third baseman. Right-handed hitter. Dartmouth up 3-1.
Looks like Trask was at once upon a time part of the national program with Canada at the 18U level.
Fouls back the first pitch, chopper down the third base line.
Trask from Kentville.
The 0-1, ball high. So Bonilla on third, Higgins on second after his 2 RBI double. The 1-1. Check swing. The home umpire said he went all the way around for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thiessen checks the runner, lifts the leg, delivers. Ball inside, 2-2.
Kentville's on the northern, I guess, coast of Nova Scotia, not the most northern, but central part, almost bordering on the Bay of Fundy, about an hour outside of Dartmouth and a little more than an hour to Nova Scotia. Have to pass through Windsor, Nova Scotia to get to
The 2-2 ball is punched into left center field. It drops, and that's going to score too. It's a long way to the fence. And thinking about 3, nope, he's going to hold up for a double. That's a base clearing double for Jake Trask. He scores Bonilla and Higgins. Dartmouth takes a 5-1 lead in the first.
They brought their sticks today. Dartmouth never say die. Outstanding start to the game for them offensively to be certain.
Center fielder number
Selects will need to
24,
regroup as he deposited this one
Webb.
easily in left center. Ryan Lee had to get on his horse just to get it back into the infield. Do see some action in the Selects bullpen at this point. No choice. We've got Thiessen at 30 pitches.
Ball
and
high.
He's only got 1 out here in the first. We'll clarify the pitching opportunity for the next arm coming out of the pen. Just a moment.
Looks like it's Brody Steinman who's going to go start throwing over there.
He's just getting loose a little bit. Hasn't picked up the ball yet, but Steinman, a product out of Chatham, actually.
This one is popped up right field, parking under it and making the catch And making a very strong throw into the infield is the Selects right fielder, Nash Dredger.
Steinman's actually the son of
Catcher
former
number
CTV
3,
newsman
Chris
Yes.
out
DeCoste.
of the Kitchener area.
We were just talking about that.
So
yes.
we've got a pro in the house who's here to watch his son play. And hopefully we'll get an opportunity at some point. He's already appeared once, I think, for the Selects on the mound.
So 5-1, Dartmouth leads, man on second, 2 outs. Swing and a miss for Chris DeCoste. That's the catcher that we saw take a foul ball right to the mask.
And he thought he would clear his head with a very strong first cut.
17 years old.
Young man.
And he gets, oh, I thought that hit him. But he does just get out of the way.
Managed to get those baggy pants out of the way.
The 1-1.
I love the look.
The 1-1. Another swing and miss for DeCoste. The 1-2. The ball is fouled, third base side.
Truro is about an hour north of Dartmouth. Mr. DeCoste hails from. Lovely town in Truro.
Time is called. I mean, this man is so young. He could potentially play another 5 years at this level.
Just graduated from high school.
Ball outside. Good eye from DeCoste. Levels the count 2-2.
Been to Truro, Nova Scotia Agricultural Campus.
Ball outside. DeCoste.
It's the post-secondary institution in town. In my travels with athletics at St. Clair College, is the National Cross Country Championships were hosted there a few years back. They did a great job of hosting that event.
Nothing sounds better than running a cross-country meet in November in Nova Scotia.
It was
I remember
not too bad. The weather was not too bad, actually.
Okay. Good. The payoff pitch, 3-2 the count, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Fouled back by DeCoste.
Good at bat for DeCoste here. He's eager to make an impact and get that last run in.
Swing and a miss. Thiessen gets the strikeout, but not before Dartmouth strikes for 5 in the bottom of the first inning. You're watching the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships on We Digital. We'll be right back.
Careers in sports and entertainment are unique. Income isn't always predictable, neither is residency, nor the window to build long-term security is much shorter.
When you're traded, there's no 30-day notice. The team that was once your competition becomes the team you call home. We make that transition seamless.
Success during your career can translate into financial freedom long after your career is done with the right guidance and planning.
Our role is to help protect what you earn today to make it last a lifetime.
Welcome back to the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships from Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. We just had a whale of a first inning. We thought that the Windsor Selects start was pretty solid, but then the Dartmouth Renegades put 5 runs in on Jack Thiessen. Now they go back to defense with Adam Crocker on the mound. So what a first inning for Dartmouth, especially after yesterday, how their day yesterday ended up.
Yeah, and obviously they put it out of their brain already, which is a good thing. Thiessen didn't do himself any favors. He had a couple walks as well as a hit by pitch, putting 3 runners aboard, but obviously gave up 3 hits, and those 5 earned runs will loom large as we move forward to the middle part of this ball game and obviously the end. We'll see. These 5 runs could stand up. The teams here are closely matched, and so ultimately any big inning like that, a crooked number in any inning, could obviously lead to the result. So we'll see.
Dartmouth, of course, defeated Manitoba yesterday, who also sits at the top of the standings after
the third
game 2.
baseman, number 13.
Dartmouth
Brady
rising to the
Campbell.
occasion here. And now Crocker will open the second inning with a foul back to the screen. Number 13, Brady Campbell, the third baseman for the Windsor Selects, is the batter. The 0-1.
Brady Campbell, as we mentioned, from Kitchener.
Crocker delivers. In on the hands. Collecting it at first and making the play is number 92, Mitch Doucette. 1 up, 1 down here, top of the second.
Campbell actually late in his career out
First
another
baseman,
player
number
at Brock
34.
University.
Cannon Gale.
Cannon Gale. He selects first baseman now at bat.
Gale's been a big part of the St. Clair College program, as well as the selects program locally from Leamington. It's a good round of applause from the local fans. Bit of a crowd favorite. Outgoing personality always helps in that regard.
Breaking ball stays outside for ball 1. Crocker from the windup. Pitch inside, low, ball 2.
In 3 years at St. Clair College, Gale has hit .326 for a career.
Wow.
Plays a solid first base and anchors any defense.
That pitch falls in for a strike. 2-1 on Gale.
Can play a little bit of third also when needed. A couple of gold medals and a silver.
The 2-1 is at the feet. And it's now 3-1. Yeah, it won't be long until the Saints are gracing this field for some fall ball.
You mentioned it yesterday. Gale is a second-team All-Star in the OCAA League.
And Gale draws a walk there as Crocker loses him on 5 pitches.
Catcher number
Gale will
4.
take first
Noah
base.
DeMaio.
And number 4, Noah DeMaio, the catcher, will step into the batter's box here. Ball outside.
DeMaio has played at Macomb Community College, not too far over the American border from here. They're out of the Monarchs.
The 1-0 falls outside for
There's
well
the-
outside.
From LaSalle, St. Thomas of Villanova product. He's also plying his trade with the University of Windsor Lancers in recent years.
The 2-0 stripes the outside corner for a strike. 2-1 for DeMaio.
DeMaio honored as an outstanding scholar athlete at the University of Windsor, so doing well in the classroom. He's a business student at the University of Windsor.
He's looking to get the Windsor Selects in business as he gets a called strike on the outside edge against. Brings the count to 2-2.
Using his business savvy to have a little discussion with home plate umpire. I'm sure they're talking about the recent stocks and bond.
2-2 for DeMayo. Crocker checks the runner. Swing and a miss for DeMayo. He strikes out. That will turn the lineup over. The leadoff man, Cohen Merritt.
Second baseman number
Drilled one off the fence to start this game.
Cohen Merritt.
And then a pass ball brought him over to third. Ryan Lee hit him home with a sac fly. That is the lone run for Windsor so far. Getting your second at-bat in the second inning, though, you can't be really too mad about that.
No.
Ball in the dirt. Pass ball. Kanan Gale will round second and will hold after advancing 90 feet.
Merritt out of Bell River High School. We talked about his exploits over at Tri-C or Cuyahoga Community College, the Triceratops.
That is, yes.
That is a nasty nickname. We got to enjoy that. Actually batted .411 this past spring for the Triceratops. So a key member of that junior college program. A lot of Windsor Selects have chosen that route in previous years with Tri-C. And they are out of, I'm trying to get the location of their institution. If they're outside of Cleveland.
So we're just getting word that number 16, Ryan McDonald, has been subbed in to catch for Noah DeCoste. We saw him take the foul ball off the mask in the first inning there. He did take an at-bat, but now he has been subbed out of the game. Swing and a miss for Merritt. Bring the count to 2-1. Thank you to our statisticians for noticing that for us.
Yeah, Cuyahoga Community College is just east of Cleveland and north of Akron, obviously.
Get there in the morning drive.
Yeah.
Time is called.
Obviously, with the proximity of Windsor to the United States, a lot of opportunities at the junior college level or NAIA or even NCAA are just minutes away. But in the Midwestern area, there's plenty more community colleges and opportunities for young men who want to see if they can get it to the next level.
The 2-1 for Crocker. Inside pitch. Good eye from Merritt. Brings the count to 3-1. Man on second for the Selects. 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Crocker. Fouled back to the screen for Merritt. Good at bat here.
Cuyahoga made it all the way to the championship game at the Division II tournament in Region 12 of the National Junior College ranks. Unfortunately fell to Kellogg.
Count is full. 3-2 for Cohen Merritt. Crocker looking to close this inning out. Swing and a miss.
Good job by Crocker elevating there.
Kanan Gale was in motion, but it does not matter. The strikeout ends the inning, as we'll go to the bottom end of the second here with Dartmouth leading 5-1. We're going to take a look at our schedule this weekend.
No hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left.
We're currently at 5-1 here with Dartmouth over the Selects. Next game is going to be Halifax versus Carillon. Carillon, pardon me, at 3 p.m. Then the last game of the day was going to be Tecumseh versus Sarnia. So Sarnia 1-3, Tecumseh 2-2, and of course the champions from Manitoba are
Adam Crocker
3-1 going into today. Halifax
pitches.
2-2. There's a lot really that's going to change depending on that Halifax versus Manitoba game later today, right?
No doubt. And all again, we talk about this being moving day, but this is really solidifying your position in terms of where you're going to stand. It's your last opportunity to get in position for the medal round and the placement games. So I expect the teams to be elevating the intensity as the day progresses.
I mean, just in the world of hypotheticals, we don't want to go down the rabbit hole here, but say Dartmouth holds on to win, they would end up being 3-2. Or sorry, they would be 2-3. Windsor would end up being 3-2.
Correct.
If Halifax beats Manitoba, they would end up being 3-2.
Correct.
And if Tecumseh beats Sarnia, they would also be a 3-2. So there could potentially be 4 teams logjam there, and that's where all the permutations and the tiebreaker formulas would be decided. So that's what's on the line here. And of course, we're showing up our Sunday game. The placement game, the 5th place game, is going to be at 10 a.m. on Sunday. The bronze medal game is 1 o'clock, and the gold medal game is going to be at 4 o'clock, right? So some really small deciding factors could be deciding who's playing in the gold rather than the bronze as opposed to the placement game, right?
Yeah, we'll
There
talk
could
a
be lot
little
of
bit
movement.
about we'll talk a little bit about, as you mentioned, the rabbit hole, because it result dependent. But we do have a number of teams, more than 2 teams tied in the
Leading off the
tiebreaker
bottom
procedure
of
with
the second
baseball
for
game
the
up.
Nova Scotia.
You're going to see you can't use the
Designated
head-to-head
hitter number
anymore. So if you have
27,
multiple teams tied, you have to start
Adam
using
Crocker.
other ways to solve the tiebreaker. And that includes runs against, average per defensive inning, both against the teams that are tied first and then certainly against the rest of the teams in the round robin.
Adam Crocker will lead off the second inning for the Dartmouth Renegades. They're up 5-1 here. Crocker just got himself out of a jam there to not give up another run in that second inning. Jack Thiessen still on the mound. With a nice breaking ball in for a strike on Crocker there. What do you think the conversation was from the coaching staff to Thiessen in between innings there?
Well, I hope he got a little bit of energy back, because if his mates hopefully gave him a little opportunity to kind of relax and then just put it out of his head. I mean, he's a better pitcher than that, and obviously he knows it. So we'll watch his body language moving forward here, because he has to turn the page, and the most important pitch is the next pitch. He's got to you have to have a short memory as a pitcher, because things happen, it's difficult, and if you can move on, focus on the next pitch, you'll be okay.
He induces a ground ball to the shortstop there. Routine play will retire Crocker. He thought he had the punch out on the previous pitch earlier that missed just inside. This time he's able to get Crocker to ground out.
Just what the doctor ordered, involve your defense. He's got some slick fielders
Shortstop
behind him.
number
Pace
6,
is definitely
Noah
one of those.
McIntosh.
Flashed the glove last night in an outstanding play, diving up the middle and gunning across the diamond to get one of the Tecumseh Thunder players, and one of the sterling defensive plays we've seen all weekend.
There's a strike for Jack Thiessen.
Just to get back to the tiebreaker scenarios, once they solve things, and math doesn't help them solve the tiebreakers when it comes to defensive runs against, it'll move to offensive average of runs, like runs for.
Here's an offering in left field. It's going to go about 5 feet short of the warning track. Play is made in left field by Sam Shepard for the second out of the inning.
Easy can of corn out and left for Shepard.
First baseman number 92.
And then once
Mitch
they rule out
Doucette.
that, there is actually, oddly, an opportunity that if things are still tied with math, after using the runs for average per offensive inning, he would go to an extra game tomorrow morning, which is slated for 9 a.m. So we did see the schedule flashed, and that's without any tie.
The tentative game, yeah.
The tentative game would be 9 a.m., and obviously that would back up things, or it would be out in Woodsley, and then we'll go from there. I don't know if we'll have to change the Sunday schedule at all if that additional game is added, because there is an additional facility
For sure.
in Woodsley, but it will be interesting if it gets to that point.
Lots to be decided. Jack Thiessen gets the left-handed batter, Mitch Doucette, to foul it off. Bring the count to 2-1 here. The 2-1. This ball is hit to the second base gap. Flipped over to first for the third out. The side is retired. Dartmouth goes 3 up, 3 down, and the Windsor Selects will go to hit at the top of the third here. So as we see our last routine play, we're going to take a short break here at the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships on We Digital. Don't go anywhere.
There were no errors.
Welcome back, folks. Top of the third inning between Dartmouth and the Windsor Selects here from the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships from Burt Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. I am Brett Hedges alongside my good friend Ted Beal. And Ted, we've seen a lot this weekend. Right now we're seeing the Windsor Selects having to try and dig themselves out of a hole, which they have done previously in this tournament.
Yeah, they're no stranger to showing their resolve. I mean, it doesn't all have to be done in one inning. It could be chip away, but they had shown the ability for an explosive inning themselves to kind of turn the tables on their opponent. But ultimately, as I mentioned earlier in some of the broadcasts, is Windsor Selects are a very experienced group of young baseball players. They've both in Canada and the United States. They've been around the block. They played a lot of games. They know what it's like to be up. They know what it's like to be down. They know what it's like to be in a very competitive situation in a very tight ball game. I don't see anything over in that dugout that would show me that they're worried about the situation, and that's the way they're going to play it with confidence.
At bat is the center fielder Ryan Lee, as Crocker misses outside for ball 1. The 1-0 for Crocker. Misses high. 2-0. That ball falls for a strike. 2-1. Lee 0 for 0 with a sacrifice fly RBI in the first inning. Belts that one down the first base line. Nice job by Mitch Doucette to corral it on the hop. Got super low to crouch and snagged that ball to record the out. Good job by Doucette to stay patient
Right
on this
fielder
one.
number 77, Nash Drager.
Yeah, any mishandle by the first baseman Doucette. Lee runs extremely well, and we've already seen that in a walk-off infield hit by him to the right side earlier this tournament. He can really move, so the fact that he could field that ball cleanly allowed for the out.
Wild pitch goes to the backstop for ball 1. Nash Dreger who's playing right field today for the Selects. Takes an inside pitch, drills it down the left field line. Rounds first, going to second. Bobbling the ball is the left fielder, and a stand-up double for Nash Dridger. Good piece of hitting from Nash there as he gets a stand-up double. Would have been a lot closer,
22,
but Carter Higgins just
Laprice.
couldn't get a handle of the ball as it went towards foul territory.
Dredger runs really well. In addition to moving the ball with power, he actually had 22 stolen bases for Tri-C last year, or this past season.
Lucas Laprise, the designated hitter, takes first pitch strike.
Laprise nods in agreement. Good pitch by Crocker to open up the at-bat.
So one away here. Laprise, right-handed batter, cocks the bat over his shoulder. Crocker leans in. And time is called by the batter. The 0-1 with Laprise at the dish. Crocker delivers, ball low. Ryan McDonald with the block there. The 21-year-old catcher.
Laprise is batting .333 for the tournament through 4 games. Had 3 hits against both Sarnia and Manitoba.
Fouled back to the screen on the 1-1.
Check that. He's had basically he's hit safely in 3 out of the 4 games. Just 3 RBIs. Has walked 6 times.
Wow, so a good eye on the kid.
That's correct.
That's what you want from your designated hitter. Don't want them just swinging out of their shoes all the time.
Yeah, he's just
You want good at bats.
He puts together quality at bats. Can check here, but I don't think he's got a lot of strikeouts on the weekend.
The 1-1 with a man on second. Laprise punches it towards the shortstop. Makes the play across the diamond for the out. Holds the runner at second, so no advancement there as Laprise.
Good arm by McIntosh. Stayed back and was very confident in his arm.
Shortstop number 11, Sawyer Pace.
That'll bring up Sawyer Pace with a man on second and 2 out. Good stretch from Doucette, too, on that throw from McIntosh.
Mentioned Sawyer with a couple of years at junior college in addition to 2 years at the university level. Out of Tecumseh.
Nice
Vista.
pitch. Nice pitch on the outside corner for a strike. As Sawyer Pace steps into the left-handed batter's box.
He's also, prior to his university or NCAA experience, he was at Schoolcraft College in Livonia, Michigan. And Bellarmine's out of Louisville, Kentucky. So right down south.
Called strike for the 0-2 count. The 0-2. Ball just outside. Crocker thought he had a punch out there to end the inning. He was already walking to the dugout.
He was just getting his legs loose.
That's just his fall side.
That's right.
Man on second. 1-2 count. And 2 out.
Crocker taking some extra time, so Pace is going to take some extra time. And we'll see if Crocker takes some extra time. And at some point, the umpire will intervene and say, it's time to play baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of waiting going on right now.
Time called by the umpire now.
And this is just spiteful disdain for the opponents and even the umpire a little bit in some directions. You're going to make it take a little bit longer in this heat.
Steps off.
What could be happening here, and we've got some objection from the dugouts now, is that we've got a runner on second base, and so we want to get the pitcher and the catcher have to be on the same page, trying to conceal their signs, and there's a little bit of that going on. And now we've got a visit from the Dartmouth pitching coach.
So a quick mound visit here. Go over some P's and Q's. Dartmouth up 5-1 here, top of the third.
One of the Raftis boys. And I apologize for not knowing if it's Mark or Logan, who are the assistant coaching staff from Dartmouth, along with head coach Noah Trider.
The 1-2. Outside. Nice take there from Pace. Waiting on that ball to break.
And I'm sure the catcher, McDonald, who entered the game for DeCoste later, is still working through his communication pieces with the starting pitcher, Crocker. You know, you have opportunities before the game as the starting catcher and starting battery with the pitcher and catcher to get on the same page.
Shot up the third base line. That's going to score one. Sawyer Pace with a good at-bat there. He's got a double that scores a big run with 2 outs. That'll make the score 5-2. Well-placed ball for Pace
Left fielder number
after
12,
a lengthy at-bat.
Yeah, we'll see the pitch kind of slide away from Pace, but that's the way Crocker was trying to pitch Pace the entire at-bat. And Pace just made the adjustment and knocked it down the field line for a stand-up double.
That'll bring the score to 5-2 here, top of the third. Man on second for Sam Shepard with 2 outs.
We talked about Pace being hit a number of times. He set a single-season record at Bellarmine by being hit 24 times in his senior season. I mean, that's just like painting a target on yourself.
Yeah,
That's
you
at
got a
that point.
magnet on you
There's
somewhere.
something going on. He seems like a likable young man.
Of course.
I don't think it's anything personal.
People change in between the lines, Ted. You know. Here's the 1-0 pitch with a man on second for Sam Shepard.
The art of getting hit by Sawyer Pace.
Inside pitch called for a strike.
Maybe he's a little bit like Ernie Pantuso from Cheers,
Yes.
who also made it an art form. Of course, a fictional character, but funny nonetheless.
Funny nonetheless, exactly. The 1-1 for Shepard. Well outside for Crockert. No action in the bullpen for Dartmouth. They're not concerned. No action in the Windsor pen as well. There's a shot up the middle. It's going to flare single. It's going to score Sawyer Pace from second. And the Windsor Selects, down 4, have cut that deficit in half. 5-3.
Great job by Shepard staying with the pitch. That ball moving down in the zone. We'll catch it here on the replay.
Third baseman number 13.
Not a terrible pitch by Crocker,
Brady
but
Campbell.
just too much of the plate. And Shepard depositing in center field to easily score the speedy Pace.
With a man at first, Brady Campbell will step inside the batter's box. Right-handed batter. Brady's from Kitchener.
Correct.
Going. And that's a steal for Sam Shepard on the first pitch. Brady, 21 years old. Out of Kitchener. So after the steal, that will change the defensive alignment for Dartmouth here. I wanted to say Dalhousie.
Shepard is a speedy player with the high pin, stockings look. Plays out of the University of Waterloo.
Low ball. Jumping on that secondary lead and stealing the bag is Sam Shepard, and that is a walk. As it was 3-1.
Hit by pitch.
Oh, hit ball, I'm sorry.
Shepard will get ordered back to second on the dead ball. Hit by pitch. And Campbell will slowly saunter his way to first.
That'll bring up Cannon Gale, the Selects first baseman. Now we do see some
First
action in the,
baseman number 34,
in the Dartmouth pen.
Cannon Gale.
Number
10.
10. Phoenix Remington, as we talked about, from Amherst, Nova Scotia.
Swing and a miss for Gale.
The distinguished Phoenix Remington from Amherst.
That's my favorite name of the tournament so far.
Yeah, that's definitely in the tops of my book.
Better than Ron Smith.
No offense to Ron
Of
Smith.
course.
The great manager of the Windsor Stars.
Oh, that's right.
Who may be tuning into this broadcast.
You know what?
And he's good friends with you, Brett.
Yes. Longtime friends.
Longtime friends.
Yes, they won the Senior Ontarios.
Yes.
Ron Smith.
Yeah.
That's why I had the name on my tongue. Because he's going to retire. He's not going to manage after this year.
Really?
I believe that he was
An institution in local baseball.
100%.
What will he possibly do with his time?
He said he's going to be the GM instead of just the manager.
So we'll stay in touch.
Cannon Gale pops one up to right field. Bonilla has to make an over-the-shoulder catch, but he completes the out. The Windsor Selects pick up 2 runs, cut the deficit down to 5-3 here as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. You're watching the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships on We Digital.
We know there are a lot of choices for business today. We know how to get your brand out to the masses. We would like you to think of us first when it comes to digital advertising. We have a direct connection to the online social media marketplace. We have thousands of hours of broadcast experience to help you share your message. We know Windsor Essex. We know who is looking for you. We are We Digital.
Welcome back to Lacoste Park, the host venue of the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships. You're watching on We Digital. Thanks for tuning in. I am your broadcaster, Brett Hedges, alongside Ted Beal. And Ted, through 2.5 innings, we've got Dartmouth up 5-3 over the Windsor Selects. Trailing 5-1 going into that half inning. They pick up 2 big runs there to cut the deficit in half.
Yeah, it gives them new life. And we're not seeing the classic pitchers
Leading off the
today,
bottom
but
of the
at the
3rd
same
for
time,
Nova Scotia.
it could be the
The
hitters
right
are just
fielder,
starting to
number
get better on what
13,
the pitchers are offering.
Benito
It gives
Bonilla.
some more scoring, some more excitement.
Called for a strike as a breaking ball fools Benito Bonilla. Ball outside, 1-1. So Bonilla was hit by pitch in the 1st inning,
Yes,
which brought home a run.
which led to a couple more.
A couple
after
more
that.
right
Yeah.
after that, yeah. A 5-run 1st inning for Dartmouth.
Mentioned Bonilla, plays some college ball out of Texas at Vernon.
Chopper to the shortstop. Sets his feet, fires it over to first to collect the out.
Not an easy hop for pace. It's short, but he was more than capable.
Left fielder
See this
number
ball
4,
kind of shoot to his
Carter
left as he charged
Higgins.
it, but easily makes the glove catch and flip to Gale.
1 out here, bottom of the third. That'll bring up Carter Higgins, who had a double RBI double in the first. Takes a big rip there for strike 1. And that was the one that went midway up the fence, right near the 345 marker. He hit that very well.
Yeah, hit it very sharply.
Ball low, 1-1.
We'll see how Thiessen and his battery mate DeMeo will try and pitch around him in this at-bat.
So after giving up the 5 runs in the first inning, Thiessen settled down, got himself a 1-2-3 inning in the second. Now he's got a 1-on-1 count on Carter Higgins.
Yep, time called. Ball rode up and in. Umpire's gonna have some discussion with his fellow umpires.
So I didn't want to say anything at first. It's like, wait.
Yeah, it was interesting. Higgins claimed that there was some contact. The umpire granted time and actually almost believed him. We'll catch it here. I don't know if that glanced off the bat or the fingers of Higgins.
Because he originally signaled foul ball.
I'll say this. Ordinarily, there should be some sort of realization that you've been hit by a baseball moving 80-plus miles per hour.
Yeah.
And I didn't see a lot of indication from Higgins that there was contact. And if it was very light, glanced off his batting gloves maybe. So they're going to call Higgins back to the plate. And now we've got the Dartmouth coach, Noah Trider, certainly asking questions as to why an umpire standing 90-plus feet away could see that better than he did at the home plate. Nonetheless, Higgins will be back in the box.
1-2.
With a 1-2 count.
Ball outside. About a ball and a half outside. That'll level the count, 2-2. Outside once again. Bring the count full.
Thiessen making DeMeo work a little bit for that one.
The 3-2. Chopper goes foul. Count will remain 3-2. This will be at least the 7th pitch of this at bat. And Higgins rips it foul down the third base line.
A bit more breeze today here at Lacoste Park.
Yes. Yeah, you can see the flag in center field.
It's dancing a little bit more to right field.
The 3-2. Ball low. He walked him.
I'm dating myself here, but the furthest point in the ballpark at one point,
Second baseman
Lacoste
number
Park
42.
had the flagpole
Nick
inside the
Murray.
fence.
Yes, I do remember that.
And I've had several teammates, including myself, have to navigate a flagpole, an unpadded flagpole,
Yes,
back in those days.
I do remember that.
If used properly, though, you could use it to circle a flagpole by hooking your arm around it to help your crow hop.
Ball outside. Man on first. 1 out. Nick Murray in the batter's box. Right-handed batter. Playing second base today. Cautious lead at first. Thiessen. pumps and delivers. Ball outside. 2-0. Murray 0 for 1 today. Thiessen checks the runner. The 2-0. Murray lifts it into left center field. Charging in to make the catch is Sam Shepard on the dive. What a play from number 12.
Highlight reel. Those high stockings must have helped him.
Third baseman number 49.
He's really
Jake
he's really a
Trask.
deep shortstop at this point. By the time he comes up with this ball, Pace didn't have a beat on it at all.
This is going to be our best look at it.
Outstanding. He's just going to fly like Superman. Cleats in the air.
The amount of crisp defensive plays that we've seen over the past 2 days and today's game has been incredible to me. I've been very impressed with the high level of defensive talent that we've had on display all weekend.
Yeah, a lot of great foot speed obviously leads to some of these athletic plays, but really impressed that the athleticism is being able to showcase itself this much.
Jake Trask follows back. The second pitch draws the count to 1-1. Great job by our crew to secure those replays as well.
Yeah. Multiple angles. We get to see all the fun from all sides.
The 1-2. Well struck towards third. Settling it down and launching it across the diamond for the out is Brady Campbell.
Nice play by Campbell. Actually made the step. He was paused for a moment. He thought he might lay back on the big hop, but made the wise decision, come get the short hop. Thus
For
allows
Nova
him to get
Scotia
the
in the bottom of
position
the
really
third.
nicely. So
No runs on, no hits. There were
That'll
no
bring
errors and
us
one
to
runner
the
left.
top of the fourth inning. We're just going to stick around for a moment as we gather an interview. Dartmouth up 5-3 over the Windsor Selects here on day number 3 at the U22
Jack
Canadian
Thiessen is
Baseball
at
Championships
69 pitches.
at Lacasse Park on We Digital. Let's send it down to Dan for the interview.
We are down here at field level as we have Coach Al Bernacki here with us. Al, we're through 3 innings of play. A little bit of a rough start there for Thiessen on the mound. They give up 5 in the first. Talk about the resolve in the boys as they've come back here now and chipped into this lead and now trail 5-3.
Yeah, Dan, it's been something we've done all year, so it's common for them. It's where they get comfortable in that area, so they know to fight. They'll fight hard for 7. Yeah, Jack had a rough start, but he settled in a little bit now, giving us a chance, so the momentum's swinging a little bit. As long as we're in a game like this, our guy's going to keep swinging it, so we still have a shot at this one.
Certainly the defense has played a big role in this, and we just saw a nice play there by Shepard in left field, a couple of nice plays by Sawyer Pace earlier in this game. Kind of talk about the defense and what that's done to kind of propel your offense at this tournament as well.
Actually huge, and last night it was massive. In the Tecumseh game, a couple great plays at short that bailed us out literally in a 3-2 game, and tonight's the same. It kind of like when you have that slow start, you're looking for any spark, whether it's offensive or defensive. So the offense started it a little bit, and then we came up with a couple of huge plays, just feeds the offense even more.
All right, Coach, we'll let you get back to it here as we get back to the top of the fourth. Boys, back to you upstairs in the booth.
Fantastic interview, Dan. Well done. Al Bernacki, talking about institutions of baseball knowledge. Al Bernacki's been doing it for as long as anybody that I can recall in Windsor Essex with the Windsor Selects program. He's really been a big footprint in the city for baseball.
yeah, no doubt, and obviously
Leading off the top of the
full credit to
fourth
Dan
for
to
the
get some
Windsor
comments from Al during the game, but he's been coaching that junior program since I was a teenager, and I'm at the ripe old age of 52, so he's put in a number of years, and I'm impressed with how many years he's been able to impact the lives of young men and allow them opportunities to play baseball at a high level.
And his knowledge has to be just such a big source of strength for this program to draw back on in times like these. As we get a opening ball to Noah DeMeo, the catcher in the 9 hole, before the lineup turns over for the Selects. Top of the fourth inning here. Crocker still our pitcher for Dartmouth. Catches the outside corner for a strike on that pitch. to bring the count to 1-1.
Crocker's passed over the 60-pitch plateau here in the top of the 4th inning.
Swing and a miss for DeMeo. Strike 2. At this point, kind of pitch counts really irrelevant. They're just trying to win and get the best placement for tomorrow, right?
Yeah, they're going to keep an eye on the Supermax as long as the pitcher's working well. This is a situation where these pitchers are likely not going to come back and appear. They're already on multiple days rests after these pitch counts at this point. So there's no chance by rule for them to come back tomorrow.
Strike 3 on the outside corner. Crocker gets the call. Nice frame job by the catcher, McDonald. And DeMeo will take a seat as Cohen Merritt, the second baseman, comes to the plate. Had a double in the first inning, as we said. This will be his 3rd at-bat today.
Another solid leadoff man in this tournament.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. The 0-1 coming up for Crocker. 3rd time for Crocker against Lee today. Ball on the outside edge. Crocker shakes off the first side. Pumps and delivers. Ball high, 2-2.
Merritt not with as many hits this tournament overall. Still managed to score 4 runs coming into the game, and I think he scored at least once today.
Swing. Ball is struck into right center. Benito Bonilla makes the catch and retires Cohen Merritt for the second out.
Center fielder number 28.
Center fielder Ryan Lee now steps into the batter's box. Had a sac fly RBI in the first.
Ryan Lee, one of the top players here with the selects group, actually is one of the few players in this roster who's chosen to stay home and just continue with his junior ball and participation with the Windsor Selects on its own. I think he's had a little bit of thoughts to be with the University of Windsor baseball program, but
outside 2-0.
Nonetheless, an outstanding player and an outstanding athlete for this group.
I mean, talk about the walk-off chopper up the first base side against Sarnia on day 1, right? It just, he made it happen with his speed, as we see ball 3 now.
Yeah, and he's been burning up track and field events in the local area since he was a young kid. Participated in several different sports over the years.
Ball 4. Ryan Lee draws the walk with 2 outs. That'll bring up Nash Dreger, the right fielder. That'll bring up a mound visit. For Crocker. We did see some action in the pen last inning. I have not seen any action so far this inning, but
very quiet over there. And they could have an arm ready on the bench. I doubt it. Most relief pitchers and most pitchers want to come directly from the pen to the mound, but you never know.
So you get about, what, 10 to 12 throws warm up?
Well, each player is different in their own right. It depends how much work they've done in terms of warming up their entire body. Are they using plyo balls? You know, is there time for that? You know, some pitchers might be ready less than 10 pitches. Others may need 20.
going on the first pitch, and that's going to be an easy steal for Ryan Lee.
And some throw 30 down in the bullpen.
Yes.
So it just really depends on what is required. I'm not saying I was an exceptional athlete or anything like that, but I got my arm ready and a few throws.
Yeah, and I've definitely been in the situation where I've over-warmed up, and then I've really I've gone through all my best pitches.
That's right.
In my warm-up session because I threw too many.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line.
Yeah.
You want to leave it in the bullpen. You want to be ready and warm, but also have lots of gas left in the tank, as they say.
So man on second, 1-1. 2 outs here for the Windsor Selects. Nash Dridger at the dish. Ball outside, 2-1.
Selects want to keep the momentum going here, and scoring Lee would allow them to do such. I should like this to force Dartmouth into their bullpen at this point too.
Ball inside, 3-1.
Crocker approaching 80 pitches now.
The 3-1 count.
Second baseman Murray holding Lee on tight as he can.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
And I think Dredger had ideas of punching it into that hole left by Murray at second base.
3-2 the count for Crocker, taking on Nash Dredger. Dredger 1 for 2 today. Full count. Crocker pumps, delivers, man going. Ball 4, and it's going to be a stand-up steal at third base. So Crocker lost them for the walk. And I'd have to say probably the steal might have played a factor in the effectiveness of that pitch.
It's possible. I just think Lee took advantage of the fact that they were not paying attention. The third baseman, Trask, wasn't even expecting the steal. Maybe didn't get a heads up from his middle infield. Lee stole that very easily without contest.
So now it's Lucas Laprise with men on first and third. And 2 outs. Ball high.
I'd be surprised if Dredger isn't trying to get himself into scoring position also. And you take away some of the options of the infield from Dartmouth to get an easy out at second on a ground ball. Big lead by Dredger. Left-handed Crocker, though. We'll see how this plays out. Very deliberate move.
Just to back him up.
Doucette making Crocker work a little bit for that ball on the return. Pitchers are a little ornery when it comes to that. They prefer the ball right in their breadbasket without effort.
Ball inside, 2-0. Laprise with man on. Down 2.
Big situation here with a hitter's count for Laprise.
Laprise smacks it past the third baseman, sprawling out. Going from first to third is Dredger, and then Laprise could have taken second base after the bobble in left field. But conservatively, Windsor with first and third now after cashing in a run by Lucas Laprise.
We'll catch it on the replay here, but Laprise just softly punches it through that hole, perfectly placed by the diving Trask. Left fielder Higgins really has to hustle to come in on that dying ball. And Dredger took full advantage from going first to third. Hesitated slightly, but still had plenty of time because Higgins was unable to come up with it cleanly out of the grass. Laprise made a bid for 2 and actually thought better of it. I don't know if he'll try and get himself off first in this situation either.
That'll bring up Sawyer Pace, the shortstop, with 2 men on, down by 1 here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning.
A tying run to third here. Capable batsman and Pace. First baseman Doucette is holding.
Ball low. Bring the count to 1-1.
With Doucette holding at first base, and he's going to go talk to Crocker a little bit. He's leaving a bigger hole on the right side for Pace if he tends to pull it. All matters if he gets an inside pitch from Crocker here, though. He likely would have a difficult time of pulling an outside pitch.
Laprise goes. Sawyer Pace tries to get a bat on it for the hit and run.
Yeah,
Fouls it off.
I'm not sure if that was a hit and run or if just Pace thought that was a pitch he could get moving on. But I think Laprise, even though he's by trade a catcher, moves well enough, that hockey athleticism to get down. I think he might have had that base stolen.
The 1-2 on Pace, who had an RBI double in the last at bat. Ball low. 2-2. First and third. 2 outs. Count is 2-2 for Crocker on Sawyer Pace. Crocker checks the runner, pumps, delivers. High ball. Wild pitch is going to score a run. Dreger is is in standing up. Laprise takes second base. And the Windsor Selects have tied the game, Ted.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate break for Dartmouth. You've got Pace really on his heels a little bit, but just can't connect on the pitch delivery with catcher McDonald. And McDonald made a bid to try and get a glove on that and keep it in front of him, but it's just a tough pitch to handle up. It's unfortunate. So now we have a new ball game.
Man on second, 2 out. As Sawyer Pace will walk. So that wild pitch brought the count full. Sawyer Pace takes ball 4, goes to first. Now with 2 men on and 2 out, we're going to get another mound visit in this inning. Coach Trider will take the ball from Adam Crocker as he exits after 3 2/3, 5 earned runs. That'll bring in Phoenix Remington, number 10 of the Dartmouth Renegades. And he will inherit 2 runners in the top of the 4th. So,
as we mentioned, Remington did his work in the bullpen early. He comes directly from the bench. The right-hander out of Amherst will take over for Crocker on the mound.
On the mound.
Crocker will stay in the game as the DH. We'll see what Remington can bring to the table. I don't see any additional experience for Remington other than his time with Dartmouth, but we'll double check that.
Here's the final line for Adam Crocker. 3 2/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, and 3 strikeouts. Of course, the pass ball run is unearned.
Adam Crocker finished with 87 pitches.
87
Now
pitches
pitching
for
Nova
Crocker.
Scotia, number 10, Phoenix
Next to our stats crew.
Remington.
Now Phoenix Remington takes the bump. And a key moment in this game, Ted. 2 men on, 2 out here. Tie game now. They gave Crocker some leash to try and get himself out of trouble. unable to do so.
And I was hoping that he would have a better performance for Dartmouth to kind of keep them going in this game, but he had a bit of a cushion there to start the game. And again, this selects lineup will put pressure on you, and we've seen it time and time again. The selects resolve wins out, especially through the midpoint of the game.
Looks like Phoenix Remington is ready to go. So the next batter up for the Windsor Selects, number 12, Sam Shepard.
Left fielder number 12, Sam Shepard.
Shepard making a diving catch in left field earlier today. He's 1 for 2. With 2 men on, 2 outs here, top of the 4th. Remington delivers, and that's fouled by Shepard up the third base line.
Just 1 RBI so far for Shepard coming into this game.
Remington checks the batter. Over the top delivery, pops it up towards the first base side. Backing up and making the play is Mitch Doucette. That will retire the side. Phoenix Remington gets an out on 2 pitches. And we've got a brand new game here headed towards the bottom of the 4th. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships on Wheat Digital.
We know there are a lot of choices for business today. We know how to get your brand out to the masses. We would like you to think of us first when it comes to digital advertising. We have a direct connection to the online social media marketplace. We have thousands of hours of broadcast experience to help you share your message. We know Windsor Essex. We know who is looking for you. We are We Digital.
Welcome back. As the selects are taking the field here in the bottom of the 4th. Dartmouth coming to bat in a fresh ball game at 5-5.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th for Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, the center fielder number 24, Nathan Webb.
Nathan Webb, the Cole Harbour product, will lead off the inning, bottom of the 4th. And duck below, the first offering from Thiessen. Little trap for the on-deck batter, McDonald. Another individual from Cole Harbour. Thiessen jumps behind 2-0 to Webb. See if there's a hitter's opportunity here with a positive count. Thiessen choosing not to give in. Well inside, moves to 3-0. We'll see this almost as an automatic take situation.
Missed just high to walk him.
4 straight. Thiessen helping Dartmouth get into rally mode to start the bottom of the 4th.
Nathan Webb will walk. That'll bring up number 16, Ryan McDonald, the catcher. Subbed in for the starter, Chris DeCoste, after the first inning. So this will be his first at-bat of the game. And a 5-5 tie. Man at first, no out. Showing bunt, pulling it back on the pitch outside is McDonald. The throwback gets past Jack Thiessen there. And he will go back and reset for the 1-0 throw. Bunting is McDonald. Gets Webb over to second. Making the play from the third baseman side is Brady Campbell. Scoops it and throws it for the first out.
McDonald does a good job of getting that high delivery from Thiessen down. Very difficult to bunt a ball that's above the hands or above the barrel, but did a good job. I don't know if we'll catch this on the replay, but either way, does a great job sacrificing for his teammates.
Sacrifice is successful. Nathan Webb advances to second, and that will turn the lineup over for Adam Crocker in his third at-bat of the game. Our starting pitcher now serving as the designated hitter. He goes after the first pitch. Brady Campbell checks the runner back at second, air mails it, and that's going to be an error. Webb will advance from...
Whoa!
And now they're saying that Crocker has been tagged out.
So Crocker went down the line, and if he flinched towards second, I'd be very surprised here. We will find out.
I didn't see any motion from him to try and go to second.
Definite airmail by Campbell. We'll see if he even makes... He's along the white line the whole time. I hope that he asks for assistance. Because if there was any motion to second base, I'd be very surprised. It's one thing if the batter runner moves inside the baseline and attempts to round the base in any fashion.
Yes, he was still inside the base path.
But while hugging the line, I'm not sure that you can make a case that he made any motion towards second here. We'll catch it on the replay once again. He's still dragging his feet in the chalk.
If anything, they might have interpreted that stutter step as him anticipating going to second base. That can be the only thing that I can...
Yeah, heads up play by Gale just to make the tag and make it seem like he made a motion.
And now Noah
Trider's going to get the rest of the game off, it appears. He's definitely moving to a more conspicuous location out of sight of the field of play. That was a very quiet ejection. While we were in replay, obviously we didn't see the extra discussion between Trider and the umpires.
So that'll be the second out. And it takes a lot off the table. We've got a man at third now.
Just adds an out, obviously, that it could have been first and third, and now we're looking at just third with one out.
Sorry,
check that, 2 outs.
So this is Noah McIntosh at the dish now. Takes the ball outside.
Now a sac fly is not going to score that run. It does change the perspective of the situation.
And of course you understand the emotion from the manager considering how much is riding on this game. It's tied in the middle of this game. There's so much that needs to be decided yet. That ball is lifted to left field. Making the catch is Sam Shepard. The side is retired. The Dartmouth Renegades threaten but do not score.
That's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow if you're Dartmouth. That fly ball to left would have definitely scored him.
All right, we'll be right back right here on We Digital.
For Nova Scotia in the bottom of the fourth.
Welcome back, and we're going to send it down to field level with Dan for an interview.
Logan, great start for you guys in this one. You go up 5-0 early. Some hits, some walks that got you up in this one. Kind of talk about the success and kind of where we are in the game now.
I think our success is when we're taking pitches, seeing our pitches and hitting. Throughout this tournament, we're starting off strong. Like, we're first time through the order. We're hungry. We're seeing our pitches. And then as the game progresses, we're kind of swinging at the first available pitch. And so we're trying to get back to that, get aggressive again. And right now, 5-5 game, just need to play strong defense. Once again, go back to great hitting, find our pitches, and let him work for us.
I had a chance to cover a couple of your games out at Woodsley. Adam Crocker, I know he's out of the game now. Talk about what he brings to this team and, watching him just gut it out there on the mound and giving him everything he has there in this game.
Oh, he's been everything we've asked for. He's been a great leadoff. He's been hitting fantastic for us, fantastic running. Pitching today was phenomenal. He did everything we asked for, and just he lengthens our lineup. So he adds everything that we need.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Boys, back up to you in the booth for the top of the fifth.
Thank you very much, Dan. Top of the fifth inning now between Dartmouth and Windsor, 5-5 tie. Phoenix Remington came in to close out the last inning.
Brady Campbell.
Now he will battle Brady Campbell to open the fifth. Pitch outside, ball one. The 1-0 hugs the outside corner for a called strike. The 1-1. Remington outside for ball two. The 2-1 pitch for Remington. Smacked out into left center field. And making the catch on the run. Nice play out in left by number 4, Carter Higgins. That's allowed out to start the fifth inning.
Well struck. That's the game.
First baseman number 34, Cannon Gale.
Cannon Gale steps to the plate now after the fly out to left field. One down for the first baseman. Strike called. That pitch bounces in front of the plate for ball one.
Shot of head coach Noah Trider. Going to have a view of the game from a different perspective now.
Standing on top of a picnic table.
Well, by rule, he's just got to stay out of sight of the umpires and doesn't become any further part of the game from his vantage point. So I'm sure he'll have the class we expect of him and just stay in the weeds.
Breaking ball falls in just high for ball two. Ball low brings the count 3-2. One thing I will say, I do appreciate the use of the Old English D for the Dartmouth Renegades. Of course, us being partial to the Detroit Tigers down here, we know all about the Old English D. So I love that they've embraced that as part of their logo.
Yeah, I had to be careful, actually. I was wearing my Detroit Tiger hat last night, and they said, oh, you've become a Dartmouth fan. I said, well, no, I'm still a Tiger fan to the Detroit Tigers in Major League Baseball, but, that's what the association would be this weekend, and have to be careful.
After running the count full, Cannon Gale draws a walk. So a man on with one out here for Noah DeMaio. The catcher.
DeMaio looking for his first hit.
Ball high. for Remington. Is Gale much of a steal threat?
He
first?
can move, but I wouldn't say automatic. I think he'll look for it in the correct pitch sequence. There are more advantageous pitch count or pitch situations than others.
Popped up to right field by DeMeo. Benito Bonilla will park under it and record the second out. And the lineup will turn over once again for Cohen Merritt, the second baseman and leadoff hitter.
Second baseman number 1.
Windsor with one man on, 2 out here
Merritt.
in the top of the 5th. So Merritt had a double to start the game and was the opening run as Gale takes a lead there. That ball falls in for a strike for Remington.
Nice pitch by Remington. You can use an off-speed pitch to throw for a strike. Oftentimes in the opening pitch of an at-bat, the batter will be off balance moving forward.
Gale was moving early. That ball is hit in the gap. It's going to go over the head of Bonilla. Kanan Gale is going to go from first all the way home on the stand-up double by Cohen Merritt, and the Windsor Selects take a 6-5 lead.
Well, it turned into a great hit and run, but it didn't show a lot of promise early because Gale took off early.
Half beat too early, yes. Stutter steps.
And Remington did not either get notified or know about it, didn't step off, and then delivered home. And then Gale had no chance to keep going. And I would have thought that Bonilla had a chance and a beat on that ball. Turns out he did not. It was lifted easily over his head by Merritt. And then obviously he was off to the races.
So ball one outside for the new batter, Ryan Lee, who now has a man in scoring position. Ryan Lee already with a RBI today. Kanan Gale going all the way from first to home on that double from Lee.
And Gale doesn't run poorly. He only had one stolen base in 3 years for St. Clair College. But
Ryan Lee in the second base hole. Does he beat out the throw? No, he does not. And then he has some collisions with the first baseman there, but
Lee making everything interesting on the ground in the infield. He has incredible speed. Just flies out of the box and down the line.
yeah, Nick Murray had to hold on to it for just an extra beat just to secure it, and that gave Ryan Lee the chance to make a play. And that ball is inside. That's why it ends up with the collision there.
Yeah, the throw from Murray to Doucette just came up the line a little bit, and that's where Lee will be moving through the base and on the baseline, and so it's just incidental contact, but doesn't look like anybody's too worse for the wear, and we'll move on.
All right, we'll move to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're watching the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships on We Digital. Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning. Windsor up 6-5 over Dartmouth at the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships from Lacoste Park in Tecumseh. And we were just saying it, Ted, as we see the second pitch coming up here from Jack Thiessen to the batsman Mitch Doucette, that rally for the Windsor Selects there, that all started with a 2-out walk to Kanan Gale to start things up there.
Yeah, he had a strong at-bat, actually, and managed it pretty well. One thing he has done with St. Clair College, probably the Windsor Selects as well, is he knows how to draw a walk. He has had 24 of them for the Saints in the past 3 seasons.
Swing and a miss on the 2-0. Cannon-Gale draws the walk.
His on-base percentage is .463 over 3 seasons with the Saints, and so he's helped manufacture a run there with the help of a good struck ball by Merritt.
As we see some teams from our next game, the Halifax Mets.
And the heat building in here at Lacoste Park, sun coming up.
And there is a walk to Doucette.
Right fielder number 13, Benito Bonilla.
Right fielder Benito Bonilla steps to the plate now with a man on and no out, bottom of the 5th inning. His team trailing by 1.
Bonilla has the look, swagger, and build of a baseball player.
Thiessen delivers high and outside. And this is going to be a big half inning for Thiessen here as we move towards the late stages of the game.
Yeah, he's about 85 pitches in right now.
And he plunks Benito Bonilla. That will bring 2 aboard here in the bottom of the 5th. No significant action in the pen here yet. Or maybe they had some before.
We'll spark a conversation.
Al Bernacchi will go talk to his starting pitcher. Now with 2 men on, no outs here. Windsor holding on to a 1-run lead. And that is the end of the day for Jack Thiessen.
So we're going to see a couple changes here. So we're going to wait for all this to kind of work itself out.
Yeah, we're going to wait for the officials to talk to our official scorekeepers before we start spouting off about what's happening.
I think what we're going to see here is the third baseman move into the pitching spot. So number 13,
Brady Campbell.
Campbell will move over from third base to the mound and off the bench. And now I'm going to get some warm-up tosses from Gale. We'll assume third base. So we get a number on the third baseman here. I think it's, I want to say 15.
15 would be Evan Schweier.
One of the Schweier boys. There's a young man right from Tecumseh. Also plays for St. Clair College.
So Schweier will take Campbell's spot in the batting lineup.
No, Campbell will remain in his spot in the lineup.
So Campbell will still bat.
Correct. The
DH is now catching.
DH is now catching.
So DeMaio is
Sure.
out. So 4 is out. Laprise from the DH to the catcher spot. Brady Campbell from third to the pitcher spot. And Evan Schweier from the bench to third base.
I think you've got it. If you're scoring at home, and
I
hope you're not scoring at home.
So
these are difficult things to
Schweier's going to
manage.
take DeMaio's place. That seems to be the switch in the lineup. So we'll wait.
Yeah, they're going to work it out on the lineup card to be sure.
So Schweier at third, new pitchers Brady Campbell, and Laprise is the catcher. Hitting it on the first pitch and tracking it down in center field. No, and losing it is Ryan Lee. Now he loses it in the bottom of the fence. It's jammed, Ted. And so that will bring 2 players in for the moment, but the umpires will have to, I think, send Bonilla back to third. So that ball was tracked by Lee. It looked like it was in his glove. It went off of it and then was trapped in between the fence and the warning track.
Usually
Similar to what we
sure-handed
saw.
Lee out there in center field. He actually eased up late. Must have just taken his eye off the ball late. I don't know if he lost it in the sun or otherwise. And the ball gets lodged. He tries to make the attempt. As video kind of stops, he tries to make the pull. He can't get it out. Raises his hands as he rightly should. And the umpires grant the lodged ball. Unfortunately, that means it's a ground rule double. And Bonilla cannot advance past third, who was surely going to score on the play.
100%.
So, unfortunately for Dartmouth, it did not work out in their favor, but ultimately with the drop fly ball, I shouldn't say drop, misplayed fly ball.
There's a shot up the middle under the glove of the shortstop Pace. That's going to score two. And now
Lee
a
overrun it.
misplayment of the ball is going to send Nick Murray to second base. So the first two pitches after the pitching changed have been put in play. A big shot from Higgins got him going, and now Nick Murray clears the bases there. So now it's 8-6 for Dartmouth after Murray.
Quite the turn of events here, and the Selects are actually making a switch. Entering from the bench into right field would be number 23, Andrew Sleeman, also another St. Clair College Saint. Right fielder, Dreger, moves to center.
Okay.
And Lee is exiting the ball game. Feel bad for the young man. He's a very sure-handed athlete. Between the fly ball and the overrun of the ground ball hit to in front of him, he's going to be given a rest. And perhaps there's something up. He could be feeling the heat. Could be anything, really, that's going on.
So those are another substitution in. So the new outfielder is Sleeman. And Dredger moves from right to center field. Lee is out. So Sleeman will take his spot.
Sleeman's a capable batsman, too. It's not like it's a bad bat coming off the bench. He's a former batting champion for the St. Clair College and in the OCAA League. And Dreger obviously has the ability to move from right to center, showing his versatility. Quite a turn of events, though, with Dartmouth forging ahead.
2-1 now for Brady Campbell after two straight misses. So Murray at second. Still no out here in the bottom of the fifth. So Dartmouth has cashed in for 3 runs here.
Last hit by Murray was through a drawn-in infield from the Selects.
Calling the outside corner for a strike. 2-2.
Can't second-guess the move, but I think that the infield was back, and particularly pace it short. He may have had the ability to get to that ball before it got to the outfield, but nonetheless, you're trying to cut down the run or hold the runner at third, if not second.
The 2-2 ball lifted into center field. Dreger will collect it, and an absolute gun to third base to keep the runner from advancing. So that's the first out of the fifth inning. Murray will stay at second. And now a new player, number 55, Cam McKenzie, will sub in for the center fielder Nathan Webb.
Cam McKenzie out of Eastern Passage.
As for Webb, number 55, Cam McKenzie.
Lots of lineup moves here in the later stages of this ball game.
Fifth game in just under 2 days. You got to use the bodies that you got to try and maximize the window of opportunity to win here.
Mm-hmm. Good opportunities for the other young men who are entering the game who may have not got a lot of time this week. And we'll see what they can do.
Campbell on the mound. Fresh batter is McKenzie off the bench. Ball is in the dirt, but blocked by Laprice. The 1-0. McKenzie check swing, ball high. No appeal down the first. 2-0 count. Dartmouth up 8-6 on Windsor. Call in the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. Campbell pumps the knee, delivers. Right to the second baseman. Backhand grab, flip to first. The runner will advance to third, but Gale quickly gets off the bag to limit his advancement. Second out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Good job by McKenzie moving the runner. Push the ball to the right side. Hitting behind the runner, always a good thing. Worst case, as you can see, Murray is standing on third and is now giving McDonald, who steps into the box, an opportunity to drive that run in.
Man on third, 2 out here for McDonald, the number 9 hitter. Ball low.
Full sun at the moment.
Swing and a miss, strike one. So McDonald did have an appearance earlier, but he bunted over
on the sacrifice to
on the
third base, yeah. He's not bunting here. Swing away. Jinx.
Swing and a miss, strike two.
Kind of a late cut. I think he's trying to drive it to the left side. Fair bit of a hole between Schweier and Pace.
The 1-2 pitch.
Pace adjusts, actually, as I say that, closing the hole off a little.
That ball is hit right at the shortstop, snagged out of the air by Sawyer Pace. The side is retired, but not before the Dartmouth Renegades score 3 to take an 8-6 lead. We're going to the top of the 6th inning here at the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships on We Digital.
Nice.
Welcome back. Inning number 6 between Windsor and Dartmouth here at the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships from Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. Thanks for joining us. This has been an absolute wild game. Dartmouth went out to a 5-1 lead. Then Windsor came all the way back, took a 6-5 lead. Then in this last half inning, Dartmouth just rallied for 3 to take an 8-6 lead as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Lots on the line for both teams today as they look to advance to the championship games tomorrow.
Lots of interested onlookers, too, from the rest of the draw here at the Nationals. If Dartmouth can hold on to this lead and get out of this, it will turn up the heat on the tie-breaking procedure.
Phoenix Remington. Ball high to the batter, Evan Schweier. Or sorry, this is Nash Dreger.
Dreger would have remained in his spot in the lineup.
Yes, Ryan Lee was the last batter, but he was just subbed out. Yeah, pardon me. Dreger. We see some Dartmouth arms going out to the bullpen to perhaps warm up or be ready as needed.
We're looking at 6 outs here.
2-1. Dreger holds off, runs the count to 3-1.
Remington would do well to pitch to Dreger here and make him hit his way on.
Dreger pops it up left side, backing up to the warning track, and that ball is gone off the scoreboard. Dreger lets it fly and cuts the deficit in half with a solo bomb.
And when I said he should do well to make Dreger hit his way on, I did not mean to elevate a fastball right in Dreger's wheelhouse. The left fielder from Dartmouth made a bid, was measuring himself. Ball blowing out to center a little bit, but it is moving left and center, so we'll catch the replay here.
Beautiful launch angle there. And it goes right off. Right off the 10th inning sign,
yeah.
Right on the base of the scoreboard.
At the base of the scoreboard.
So that makes it 8-7 now here on top of the 6th. As we see the wind whipping on the foul pole there, or the flag pole, I should say.
Ball just seemed to carry.
After the solo shot, Remington now has a 1-1 count on Laprise. Ball outside, 2-1. If you like offense,
we got it.
We've seen a lot this weekend. It just makes me think of the 10-9 game against Sarnia that Windsor came back and won.
No doubt.
Had a number of teams score north of 7 runs in these games. Well, we had Sarnia rip 14 runs last night on Dartmouth. 14-4 was the final in 6 innings there. So the Bats have not been super quiet. Seen a number of home runs this weekend as well.
Yeah, Lacoste is not the biggest park. It's appropriate. But it is not a big park, which means it's not a pitcher's park.
Yeah.
There used to be tennis courts over the left center field fence once upon a time here at Lacoste Park, and on a hot day with an aluminum bat back in those days,
yes,
ball would travel into those tennis courts.
Ball outside, and Laprise draws a walk. Man on first now for the Selects with no out after the solo bomb from Dreger. He's going to draw a visit
from Doucette.
Yeah, just from the first baseman to talk to his pitcher and catcher about what they want to do in regards to covering first base.
I can't see the Selects playing for a bunt here, but there is some more activity down in the bullpen for Dartmouth. Rightly so. Not the start that Remington wanted to the top of the 6th with the home run and the walk. Obviously putting the tying run aboard. We'll get a number here. Looks like 29. Thanks for the shot there, crew.
Camden Miller.
Of 9 Mile River, Nova Scotia. We're going to get our geography map going here.
So showing bunt is Sawyer Pace after the walk to Lucas Laprise.
Unincorporated village. north of Halifax and Dartmouth.
Swing and a miss for Pace. Makes it 1-1.
Just about 40-minute drive to Halifax in the Dartmouth area.
Pace, the 1-1. Remington fires high for a 2-1 count.
Dartmouth bullpen arm Miller is a right-hander, so much of a change.
Breaking ball breaks late, stays high, ball 3. Remington checks the runner, pumps, delivers, fouled off by Sawyer Pace. That'll run the count full, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch, no out, man on first. Pace punches it to center field. That's caught by the center fielder. Going back to first is Laprice. And that's the first out of the top of the 6th inning.
Laprice was moving on the play, had to retreat once the ball was noticed to be in the air. McKenzie really didn't have much of a play to gun him out at first. Laprice was fleet enough to get back.
Now with 1 out, man on first, Sam Shepard to the plate. And Sam Shepard has to back out of the way to avoid that pitch.
Shepard's had a good game, both offensively and defensively.
Pitch is turned on the third base line. Planting his foot and launching it across the diamond to get the out is the Dartmouth third baseman, Jake Trask.
Good arm.
Laprice advances to second on the fielder's choice.
The pitcher number 13, Brady Campbell.
Trask didn't want to fool around with the flip to second. I think he was wise to go to first to get the easier out. Well played.
2 outs now. Man on second for the pitcher who started the game as the third baseman. That's Brady Campbell. Keeps his spot in the lineup. With a man on second, Campbell looking to help his cause here and maybe drive in the tying run before he tries to hold the Dartmouth Renegades. Takes strike 1.
Good pitch by Remington on the outside edge. Outside portion. Get his team in the dugout here. Only giving up the 1 run.
And there's Campbell with a sharp single in center field. That's going to score Lucas Laprice and tie this game up at 8. The throw doesn't hit the cutoff, but coming out to gather it is the catcher to stop the advancement of Brady Campbell to second base.
There was no cutoff in the middle of the field. They lacked a cutoff man in the middle of the field. Fortunate.
Good throw from McKenzie to get that ball into the middle of the infield.
Yes. Good piece of hitting by Campbell, obviously.
Yeah.
But he was not thinking advancing to second on a throw, which he well could have in that situation.
But with 2 outs, you don't want that third out to be on the base paths, typically.
And we have seen a pitching change. We will see the services of Camden Miller, as we mentioned, of Non-Mal River. He enters the ball game for Remington. Coach Raftis making the move. now in a tie ball game again.
Again. Yeah, just the ebbs and flows of this game have been incredible. It just goes to show the depth that both of these programs have to be able to rely on as many players as they have. We've seen a number of substitutions throughout the game as well, trying to maximize the output of some of these athletes in the late stages of the matchup. So what do we know about Camden Miller here?
We don't
From
know.
9 Mile River, like we talked about.
We don't
Listed
know.
as a third base and pitcher. Here's the line for Phoenix Remington. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, no Ks. Camden Miller, right-handed pitcher. He is 19 years old. Throws right, bats right. So born in 2006 in September. So not yet 20 years old.
And he has some experience from Bismarck State College, the Mystics.
Bismarck, South Dakota.
I am going to go with South Dakota because I don't know another Bismarck.
Me neither. Otto Vaughn. Man who unified Germany.
I'm going to go with the one in North America.
Fair. Stepping in at the plate is the first baseman, Cannon Gale, with Brady Campbell at first base.
Bismarck State College is in Bismarck, North Dakota. And is
North Dakota, sorry.
Third largest college in North Dakota with about 4,200 students. The Dakota is not very well populated.
North Dakota and North Dakota State. I believe the North Dakota is the blue team. They're the Jackrabbits, and North Dakota State is the Rams, I want to say. D2 football. That's what I know that from.
Of course, because you know your D2 football.
I do. Cannon Gale fouls that one off. First base side. Into the parking lot. So top of the sixth still. 8-8. One ball, 2 strikes on Cannon Gale. Camden Miller, the pitch. Outside, just outside. And that'll level the count to 2-2.
Actually, Camden has also got some time with Central Maine.
Ball outside. Good attempt by McDonald to frame that. Now the count is full for Cannon Gale. Man on first, so runner will be in motion on the pitch. The payoff. Ball outside, he walked him. 2 men on for the Windsor Selects. Cannon Gale draws the walk. He's drawn another walk today. He drove a walk at his last at-bat, which he ended up scoring a run on. This is Evan Schweier, who is the substitute for Noah DeMaio in the lineup, so he's in the 9 hole. Ball high. Schweier from Tecumseh.
First at bat of the tournament. He has scored a run, probably in a pinch run capacity. So, but this is his first at bat of the championship.
So he just turned 19 years old. Called strike. 1-1. Late swing, fouled off by Schweier. Bring the count to 1-2 with 2 men on, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Windsor down 8-6 to start this inning. They've tied it up 8-8.
Evan hit .294 last fall for the St. Clair Saints. Scored 10 runs, 7 stolen bases.
Ball outside. Lays off that one to level the count at 2-2. Ball outside. Runs the count to 3-2. Evan Schreier with a good at-bat here. This will be his seventh pitch of the at-bat.
And the runners will be in motion with 2 outs and a full count. And Schreier runs well, so this could be very dangerous for Dartmouth.
Miller steps off the mound to reset.
They'll have to be aware that they will probably not be able to get an out on the ground at third or second.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the high heat. Schreier couldn't lay off on ball 4. And that stops the rally. Windsor does level the game at 8-8. And they threaten more but do not score as we take this game into the bottom of the 6th inning, tied 8-8 between Windsor and Dartmouth. You're watching the U22 Canadian Baseball Championships on We Digital. Hello, welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up between Windsor and Dartmouth at the Canadian Baseball Championships on We Digital. We're at Bert Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario, a beautiful venue for baseball where it's hosted some high-level action. I'm Brett Hedges alongside Ted Beal. Ted, we're down to the nitty-gritty of this game. And got to say, probably a missed opportunity for the Windsor Selects there to try and take the lead in the top of the 6th there, with 2 men on and 2 out. But now they get back to playing defense. A couple of subs to talk about.
Look at this. Sawyer Pace, the shortstop, has been entered into pitch for the Selects. Going to make some more changes around the diamond here.
So Cohen Merritt's now going to play short. The substitute Schreier is going to play second.
And Campbell moves back to third base. So all the changes are on the infield. I hope Pace found time to get some warm-up tosses in the pen. If he didn't, he's ready to go either way.
Sleeman in right, Treager in center as Pace has a pitch on the outside corner for a ball. And Sam Shepard still in left field there. So I didn't see Pace in the pen. Or if he was, I did not notice. But the starting shortstop coming in to get some big outs here for the Windsor Selects. In a 2-0 count right now. Ball high. 3-0. This is Adam Crocker, so top of the order for Dartmouth here.
Let's see if Pace has got any time pitching.
Strike 1.
In his 4 years stateside. I'm going to go with no, though.
So 3-1 the count on Crocker. Breaking ball is sliced on. Hit towards right field. That's where Sleeman makes the catch and collects the first out of the 6th inning. So after falling 3-0 in that count, Sawyer Pace gets a big out here on the leadoff man, Adam Crocker. Up to bat now, number 6, Noah McIntosh, the Dartmouth shortstop.
So for Pace, I cannot find a pitching statistic from his 2 years at Schoolcraft, his year at Tusculum, or Bellarmine. I don't know when the last time he would have appeared on the mound for the Windsor Selects. And I would love to hear the story behind his last pitching appearance, but he is now in this game trying to close it out.
1-1 count after second pitch misses outside.
He obviously possesses the athleticism and the arm strength to get this done, but
swing and a miss, strike 2 for McIntosh.
the Selects have obviously made a decision that they are not going to use another arm before what could be played tomorrow in the medal rounds.
Pass ball, make it 2-1. I think that's what makes Jack Thiessen's performance so important too, because despite giving up the 5 runs early, they still needed him to eat some innings.
You definitely had to get them in position to, at least extend the ball game.
Ball away, 3-1. At least give them a chance.
Give them a chance to stay in the ball game before they got to the next arm. But they've kind of used 2 infielders here in relief.
Time is called by the batter. McIntosh seemed like something got in his eye, maybe some dirt or a bug got in there as he resets himself. It's a full count. McIntosh 0 for 2 today. Pitch inside, ball 4 for McIntosh as he'll take his free trip to first base. So that'll bring up Mitch Doucette, the first baseman.
Number 92, Mitch Doucette.
Left-handed batter.
And that's some of the patience that Coach Raft has talked about in the mid-game interview we had with Dan. And obviously that was displayed there. And I think if you're Dartmouth, you have to say to yourself, this is our second infielder. We should wait these guys out a bit.
And that one hits Doucette right on the protective covering on the elbow.
I'm thinking it got part of the arm because he is in some pain.
You could hear the contact.
It may have glanced off the shield or got part of the shield and the elbow. And again, it's just an exposed spot directly to the joint. He can't even use his right arm right now to take his left batting glove off. He's not interested in moving it too much at this point. They've got some hydration out there for him, trying to help him get through this.
Could be a potential pinch runner situation.
Could be.
So we'll have men on first and second. So McIntosh and Doucette will be the base runners. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. In a tie game, 8-8, as we see our teams from Manitoba and Halifax sitting on their respective sidelines, waiting for the next game. Here's the replay of the contact. And he
actually pulled off the Velcro a little bit.
So it might have been right at the bottom of it. Might have been a piece of the forearm there.
Yeah.
So Benito Bonilla will take to the batter's box now with 2 men on, 1 out. Pass ball. And a nice block from Laprise will keep the runners at their respective bags.
Well done by Laprise. Saving 90 feet.
Bonilla 0 for 1 today, hit by pitch. I believe he had a sacrifice as well, as Pace will step off the mound. Ball high, 2-0 on Bonilla. The 2-0. Swung on in, hit.
Oh.
Just foul. That might have been 6 inches off the line. Foul.
They were in business there. Very, very close. Inches away from bringing up the chalk down the left field line. Bonilla definitely would have had 2, and those runners would have been off to the races. Would have really been up to Shepard to see if he could cut it off and get it in quickly. That's the game.
2-1. Now Pace leaning in now. The 2-1 inside pitch nearly hit Bonilla for a free bag. Strike on the inside corner. Bonilla thought it was ball 4. That runs the count full. 3-2. Sawyer Pace looking to get out of this jam. Swing and a miss. Good pitch on the outside edge from Sawyer Pace to get the out. And that's a big at-bat. 2 pitches ago, Bonilla thought he had a double or more.
Left fielder number 4.
Thought he had a walk on the
Carter
2 pitches
Higgins.
ago, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the way the game goes. Pace is showing his competitiveness, stays with the at-bat, and retires the out. It's a big out. At this point, he can get out of the inning.
Breaking ball, falls outside for a ball. 1-0. Carter Higgins at the plate. Had a big shot off the wall earlier today. Ball inside, 2-0.
Hitters count here for Higgins. He's 2 for 2.
The pitch well outside, and Pace now falls behind 3-0. Don't want to load the bases here. Got to try and get back into it with a strike here. In this situation, though, would Higgins have the green light to swing on 3-0?
I would be very bold.
Back to the bag. Close play at second.
It's a well-run play by the selects. Obviously, you've got a middle infielder on the mound, so that makes it much easier from that perspective. He's going to probably be able to throw it accurately.
Runners going, and they will
load the bases.
pitch high and outside as the runners were off on contact, or off at the pitch. Loading the bases now for Dartmouth. That'll bring up Nick Murray.
Second baseman number 42, Nick Murray.
He had that big double during their last rally.
He can be the hero here.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Nick Murray.
Oh.
Right up the middle for the force out at second base. That's a big threat by the Dartmouth Renegades that gets thwarted there.
Pace induces a weak ground ball, and we're going to catch some of this highlight as well as some others here between innings.
So Schweier, good flip over to second to get the force out and eliminate the threat. We're at the end of the 6th inning. We're going to show you guys some highlights in a few moments of the 2022 Canadian Baseball Championships. This, of course, was Crocker.
Left.
And this was the first batter, which then led to the sacrifice fly from Ryan Lee.
Sawyer Pace has 23 pitches.
Rowan Merritt. And then this was, the bottom of the inning was Dartmouth was incredible. 5 runs scored. Started with that hit by pitch, which walked home a run because the bases were loaded. Then Nick Murray puts it off the wall to score 2.
Which supports elite baseball players while they attend college or university.
And another drive into left center field. Cash a few more runners.
For many years and has contributed financially to many activities, a special play ball.
And then the Windsor Select started getting into it here. This was that shot from Sawyer Pace that scored from the run. Another single up the middle, which scored another to make it 5-3. Here's a big shot from number 42, Nick Murray. But it was thwarted by Shepard.
Great, outstanding grab.
This is the single from Laprise that scored a run from third. Opposite field hit that fooled Bonilla. Went to the foot of the wall there, scored another run. As we're here at the top of the 7th inning.
Merritt, who's not playing short.
Takes a breaking ball, hits it, lofts it into center field. Back to track it, and not making the catch. Getting in for a stand-up double on the air. And that's the center fielder. I believe that's McKenzie that's out in center. Let's take a look at this replay here. High fly ball in the gap in center, just not a great line taken by Cam McKenzie. And he knew it right away as he's throwing it back in. That's a missed opportunity.
And he's new to the ball game, and not a lot as much action this championship, and may not understand the sight lines.
And the wind too.
Seems to be, it's blowing out and carrying the ball a little bit. It's unfortunate, but it seems to be a bit of a void spot because we saw Lee struggle in that area in the same way a couple innings ago.
You're right.
It's listen, this is not an easy game. There's a lot of factors that go into an easy fly ball, and that wasn't easy.
So now at the plate is Andrew Sleeman, who's in the number 2 spot. He replaced Ryan Lee after a couple of tough plays in the field. Now it's his first at-bat of the game. Ball inside, 2-1. Man on second base is Cohen Merritt after the hit to center field. Fooled the center fielder. Gets him into scoring position. The 2-1. Ball high inside. 3-1 now for Sleeman. With Dreger on deck and Laprise in the hole, is an important batter for the Dartmouth Renegades. Next batter up, Dreger, already has a solo home run today.
Sleeman hit .337 in 2 seasons with the Saints.
And there's Sleeman with a shot up the middle, and that's going to score a run. Throw to the plate is not going to be in time. Sleeman with a heads-up play is going to get to second base. And Andrew Sleeman with a big hit for the Windsor Selects as they take a 9-8 lead in the top of the 7th inning. As we see another shot of it here. Sleeman from Leamington. Nice single up the middle.
Also had 21 RBIs in 33 games during the regular seasons for St. Clair.
Also read the throw from center field correctly to advance to second base. And now with no outs in the top of the 7th, Nash Dreger will go to the plate. With Laprise and Pace in the hole. So the pitcher, Camden Miller, getting a quick conference on the mound from his coaching staff and his teammates. Probably talking about let's try and limit this to 1 run against and do whatever we can to get out of this half inning, only down 1, going to the bottom of the 7th.
Dartmouth does have the hammer and obviously an opportunity to respond.
Strike 1 called. Camden Miller right down the middle on Nash Dreger. Hit the solo home run to left field. His last at-bat to give Windsor the 6-5 lead. Now it's 9-8. Pass ball. Sleeman's now on third after taking that extra 90 feet. So man on third, no out here for Dreger. So if you're him, you're looking for some sort of sacrifice or
Infield drawn in with nobody out here, and Sleeman on third.
Ball high, 2-1.
Dreger 2 for 3. Certainly should have some confidence here to get something to the outfield. Sack fly or anything punched through the infield will do the job.
Ball inside, 3-1. So Dreger 2 for 3 today, including that home run. His team up 9-8, and they now have 10 hits on the day. Man on third, no out. Miller. There's a pitch out to left center field. That ball is off the wall, so scoring easily is Sleeman after he tags up. That's going to be a stand-up triple for Nash Dreger. And that will push the lead to 10-8 now in the top of the 7th.
Dreger making a bid for player of the game for the Selects. Big base knock. Hit it almost to the 360 marker. Base of the wall. That's 360 plus, I think, in that location. But
I thought it was going to carry the wall for a few moments there.
The way things are blowing out and carrying today, I wouldn't have been surprised. He got most of it, that's to be certain, and he's very fast getting around the bases, was into third easily. And basically trades places with Sleeman. The infield from Dartmouth still can't relax. They've got nobody out here.
And there's a shot from Laprice in the right center gap. And walking in to score is Nash Dreger. No outs here in the top of the 7th. And the Selects add on some insurance runs here.
Camden Miller not really seeing any assistance at this point. There's no cavalry coming. I think they're going to let him ride this out, unfortunately. See if he can get it out here.
Sawyer Pace all over the first pitch. He's going to go out to the shallow left outfield. Making the catch off the top of the grass is the third baseman, Jake Trask.
Trask struggling with the sun. McIntosh tried to help him, also struggled with the sun, and Trask came in late just to make the play to get an out. You can see how they, maybe on the replay here, how they tried to shield their eyes, but they were both struggling and looking for help, and Trask finally got a beat on it.
Ball inside for the new batter, number 12, Sam Shepard, left field. Made a diving catch earlier in this game. Also has a hit to his credit. And that ball is going to be shot right to second base. Double play ball in effect, and they turn two. Nice play there from the second baseman, Nick Murray, to corral that ball, flip it over to Noah McIntosh, who completes the relay to first for the double play. Last at-bats for the Dartmouth Renegades coming up here. They're down by 3 as they go to the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going to stick you around here to show us that double play ball.
Good hands by Murray. Gloves it clean on the short hop. Allows McIntosh the ability to kind of come through second base easily with the on-the-run throw.
Now, as we approach the bottom half of the 7th inning, Camden Moore, 28 pitches so far. We are going to see Sawyer Pace on the mound for Windsor once again. Scheduled batter is coming up for Dartmouth. Here are the standings. So in the current state of things, if Windsor were to complete this game and win over Dartmouth, they would move to 4-1. They would solidify themselves into the gold medal game tomorrow night. Dartmouth would fall to 1-4 and almost assuredly be put in the placement game tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Yeah, the Windsor win does keep Tecumseh alive to make it to the gold medal game. In the event that Halifax, who's in third, we see they're at 2-2, they beat Manitoba, both those teams would be 3-2. Tecumseh also has a game later against Sarnia. If they win that, they would be 3-2, and that would create a three-way tie for third. So the team that controls their destiny the most is Manitoba. So we'll see how the cookie crumbles toward the end of the day here, but that's the scenario as we see it. And looking forward to seeing the rest of the game here today. This has been a long game, but it's been an important game to decide the scenarios moving further today, Ted.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think what you're seeing here with the infielders taking the mound for the selects is that they're saving their remaining arms for tomorrow, and they believe they can get through this by outscoring Dartmouth here, because this has not been a pitching matchup. This has been a bats-on-bats matchup.
Jake Trask, the batter for Dartmouth. Trask, McKenzie, and McDonald, the scheduled hitters. The 7, 8, 9 hitters. So Trask been playing third base. Takes another pitch outside for ball 2. Trask 1 for 3 today. Dartmouth 8 runs on 5 hits so far. 3-0 the count on Trask, as Pace doesn't want to lose him here.
No, obviously base runners via the free pass would be not the best option.
Ball outside, 4-pitch walk to number 49, Jake Trask, and he will take first base.
'55, Cam McKenzie.
Cameron McKenzie comes to the plate now. McKenzie replaced Nathan Webb in center field. Will bat from the right side of the plate, number 55.
Surely wants to make up for that defensive miscue. Would do well with a hit here.
Ball high, and if you're Sawyer Pace, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, hey, let's induce a ground ball here. Let's get some, maybe try and turn 2. Outside, so that's 6 straight balls.
6 in a row. Well said, because it's definitely the ball. You want to change that up. Change his luck. He's got a pitch to contact here. He's got a 3-run lead. He's got a great defense behind him. They can cover all parts of the field.
Ball outside, 3-0. Better location, but still outside.
Yeah, Pace has a bit of a sidearm delivery, but that's a middle infielder's chuck. That's one thing. Does he have the correct motion to the plate?
Strike 1.
Excellent athlete, obviously, but pitching is a feel, and it's a consistency, and it's a repetitive motion. And can you find the arm slot and proper foot angle to kind of make it happen?
The 3-1 misses outside. Back-to-back walks for Sawyer Pace. Makes things interesting here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, if nothing else, we weren't going to get out of this unscathed.
Catcher number 16.
And we're going to see
Ryan
a visit to
McDonald.
the mound. A quick trot from Coach Bernacki, I think.
So Ryan McDonald is the scheduled batter here. He's filling in at catcher. Chris DeCoste started the game. McDonald subbed in for him after the 1st inning. So Pace has a quick conversation with manager Al Bernacki and the catcher Laprise.
McDonald has sacrificed today, but I just don't see that as something they want to do here. Obviously, Pace has given up 2 free passes already, and they show bunt and pull it back, or what?
Ball inside.
That seems to be his miss spot right now. Almost 90% of his misses have been right there.
The 1-0. Ball high, 2-0.
McDonald may be crowding the plate just a little, just inviting and trying to intimidate Pace a little bit.
Strike one. So 2-1 the count now on McDonald.
Sawyer Pace's younger brother, who is also part of the Selects program, is a commit to St. Clair College for this fall.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. After falling behind 2-0 here, nice job by Pace to get himself level at 2-2.
And Sawyer's younger brother, Finn, is a pitcher. So it does run in the family.
The 2-2, ball low. On the bottom rail there.
A little bit taller. Strike zone elevates just a little bit, so anything close. Maybe
Time.
given the batter's benefit here. He's got tall knees.
You're right. You're right. 3-2. He missed, walked him outside, and that turns the lineup over, Ted. Adam Crocker now will go to the plate.
But now we have the tying run and McDonald at first.
Yes.
And the winning run is at the plate.
And the Selects bullpen is starting to get very lively. There's two arms.
And this is
warming up,
second
I wanna say.
visit from Bernacki, which will necessitate a pitching change by rule.
Looks like number 19 is going to come in to pitch, Brody Steinman.
That is correct. The Chathamite. Chatham, Ontario, because we can talk about Chathams that are on the East Coast, but
And we saw him warming up a little earlier today before they decided to go to Brady Campbell.
correct.
And Sawyer Pace exits the game there. 3 walks to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Started the game at shortstop. Now subbed out as a relief pitcher.
Which I'm sure Pace is not used to.
And as we discuss this game, we're going to show you some clips from throughout the contest as Steinman warms up. So this is going to be a lefty pitcher that we'll see. We'll talk more about him earlier. This was the misplay by Ryan Lee in center that ended up getting lodged in the wall for a stand-up for a double. This was the home run by Dreger that we didn't get to show you earlier because there's been so many offensive highlights here today, and it takes us more than one package to get through them. This was really a big point because that gave Windsor the 6-5 lead. And then Windsor would then add on to make it 8-5. Back-to-back hits there.
Now pitching for the Windsor Selects,
A lot of
number
really
19,
close plays
Brody
on
Steinman.
shots up the middle here as Windsor owns an 11-8 lead. Brody Steinman, this is our left-handed pitcher today. And what do we know about Brody Steinman?
Well, Steinman has been in the tournament before. I'm just going to look up his statistics. As this game enters, it's just eclipsing 3 hours. So all these runs, all these walks have led to obviously
Designated hitter number 27, Adam
delays in the
Crocker.
game, but here we are. And good left-handed pitcher in Steinman. Originally a Illinois Valley Community College commit.
And the first pitch is a strike to Adam Crocker. The left-handed Steinman works off the far right side of the mound.
In 2
to start his
1/3
windup.
innings versus Sarnia on Thursday.
Ball low, 1-1.
He gave up 3 hits, a walk with a strikeout.
So in this situation for Windsor, you're willing to give up a run to secure an out here.
Yeah, at this point you've got a bit of a cushion, so you'll take an out, and the infield is back.
Ball outside, 2-1. Crocker started today as the pitcher for Dartmouth. Pitched pretty well. Has stayed in the game as the DH, though, so that's why he's still the number 1 batter. The 2-1. That ball is chopped up into right field. One's going to score. A second run is going to stop after a fantastic throw from right to cut down the runner.
Sleeman did well to get to that ball quickly and make an accurate throw to Laprise at the plate, limiting the damage to just 1 run across. But now we have a 2-run ball game, and so both the tying run
Shortstop number 11.
is at second.
Correction number 6. Noah McIntosh.
With no out.
With nobody out.
Stepping into the batter's box now, number 6, Noah McIntosh. Ball low on the outside corner, called strike. Steinman. 0-1, bases loaded here. And there's a single up the middle, under the glove of Rowan Merritt. One's going to score, and that's 2 runs now for the Dartmouth Renegades, going station to station after a single up the middle by McIntosh. Just under the glove of Rowan Merritt there.
Yeah, I would say the Selects were desperate for a ground ball, but not a ground ball that
First
was
baseman number 92, Mitch Doucette.
So now with 11-10 here, a single in the gap, anything, it could be a walk-off for Dartmouth here. No outs, bases loaded. Mitch Doucette at the plate. Ball on the outside corner for a called strike.
Selects can't delay any further. They brought the infield in here. They've got to cut down the tying run. If not, get 2.
That pitch is fouled along the left field line. Out of play. It's a long strike, 0-2.
We mentioned a little bit before about Brody Steinman's father being Randy Steinman of CTV News. Just finished up after a 40-year career in radio and television, and actually was inducted into the Cambridge Sports Hall of Fame.
The 0-2. It's into the left field. That's going to score 1 and tie this game. Good throw to the plate from Shepard. Will keep the runner at third. And Dartmouth now going station to station once again, has tied this game at 11. No outs. Bases still loaded. And with Benito Bonilla to the plate. All these singles that we've seen today have been well hit balls.
They've made no mistake. Good job by Laprise to ensure that ball didn't get by him, because the winning run would have traveled home. There was no plate coverage in that situation by the Selects.
Right fielder number 13, Benito Bonilla.
Selects desperate for something at an infielder, either in the air, on a line, or on the ground. They have no outs. And only run that matters now is third with Crocker.
Check swing, called strike. So Steinman versus Bonilla here, bottom of the 7th. Dartmouth and Windsor 11-11. Bonilla out into the gap. That's going to go off the wall, and that's a walk-off for Dartmouth.
Now we'll make sure that the players just touch their respective bases. And that, as you said, a off-the-wall single to walk it off for Dartmouth. What a
game.
What a game. Selects cannot be happy about that lack of momentum they're going to take into tomorrow.
Up 11-8 going into the bottom of the 7th. They surrender 4 runs, do not collect an out.
For Nova Scotia in the bottom
and now
of the 7th, 4
the standings
runs on
flip
4
upside
hits.
down
There were no
in
errors
this tournament.
And worse for the Selects, without the win and now entering a tiebreak situation, have to deal with the fact that they gave up 12 runs, which adds to their runs against average per defensive inning here. This will loom large. The loss 1, the 2, the additional runs. So advantage to those teams that can hold people down firstly, but obviously the head-to-head matters, and we'll see where this goes from here.
Dartmouth, never say die. The Nova Scotia champs, they were down.
Here is today's player
8-5.
of the game. He walked twice, had 2 doubles, scored 2 runs, and had 3 RBIs. Number 4, Carter Higgins.
Carter Higgins, the player of the game in the Dartmouth comeback win over the Windsor Selects. So Dartmouth, their 2 wins in this tournament over Manitoba and Windsor, who were over in the top of the standings prior to today's game. So what a wild finish here. Dartmouth takes the 12-11 win. And we move into scoreboard watching for the rest of day 3 here.
Stay tuned, people. If you're not already tuning into this championship, it's going to get real. Higgins, well-deserved player of the game, 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. His other 2 plate appearances resulted in walks. Great day, and obviously played a decent left field.
All right, we're just going to wait for Dan to secure Carter Higgins for his player of the game interview.
Looks like he might see Bonilla as well.
May as well.
Game-winning RBI. Oh, Bonilla just saying hi.
All right, let's send it down to Dan with our player of the game, Carter Higgins.
All right, welcome down here to field level. A big win here for the Dartmouth Renegades as they walk off the Windsor Selects 12-11. We have our Rebel Bats player of the game, Carter Higgins, as well as Coach Logan Raftis with us. Carter, we'll start with you. Couple of hits on the day, a couple of walks, 3 big RBIs. That game just over 3 hours. Talk about the grind for your boys, especially it's certainly not cool out here today.
Yeah, it's definitely warm, and I mean the bats got going late, and that's what we needed. So it's nice to finally come out here and get a big dub against a good team like that. So no, it was a good win for the guys, and proud of the boys for getting through the heat and early morning wake up. So no, it was a good game. So proud of the guys.
I'm going to let you go with your teammates here in a second. Before you go, anything you want to say to the folks back home watching in Nova Scotia?
No, just, yeah, having fun. Yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome. We'll flip over here to Coach Logan Raftis now. Logan, a little bit of an upgrade for you here this game, as unfortunately no ejected in the 5th. Talk about the resilience of your club there, coming back in that game, having to battle back a couple of times, especially after a 5-1 lead early.
Yeah, that's what I love about these boys. Like, I think we were talking in the 5th inning how Dartmouth Junior Baseball is finding our pitches, hitting the ball that we need to in smart base running. And in the 7th inning, that was our brand of baseball, encapsulated all year is what we did in that 7th inning. I couldn't be prouder of the guys. Obviously, disappointed with the results that we've had so far this weekend. But, I mean, I'm just tremendously proud of the boys, how we were able to battle back there. And we got another game tomorrow. Win that. We finish off 3-3 on a positive note. Go back into next year and go back to the drawing board. But once again, I'm proud of the boys.
So to that note, you will have to do a little bit of scoreboard watching to see which game that's going to be coming up on Sunday here at the main park. Logan, thank you so much for doing this. Appreciate it. Congratulations to you and the boys. That is going to be it here from Bert Lacasse Park for this one. Sounds like our next game is probably going to be in about 45 minutes here at Lacasse Park. And it will feature Team Manitoba, the Carillon Sultans, taking on Team Nova Scotia number 2, the Halifax Mets. Thank you so much for joining us here today at Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, and we hope to see you back for our next broadcast. Bye for now.